Thursday Night Football is tonight as the Lions and Packers battle for first in the NFC North. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30. Cowboys signed center Billy Price to the practice squad. He started 11 games last season for the Cardinals. And Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, along with Tyler Biadasz, all worked on the side with the rehab group yesterday at Cowboys practice.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Normally the other way in transition to the back with a left hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
How about them Cowboys?
We do each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a Blessed Thursday edition. Welcome on the trade. We're going to have some fun today. He's Rudy J. That's my echo.
Me or you?
Today, I
us.
am the luckiest man in the world. And it's off. Hey, that's
There
Rudy.
we go.
That's Rudy. There's just two of us in this studio, minus one working monitor. We now have two not working monitors.
Which one is the old one?
Easy E, Edwin Hafner on the
This
other
one?
side. So we get to work this morning, and the primary way that Edwin Hafner, our crack producer, communicates with us is out today.
Yeah, that's tough. It's going to be tough.
So we can see him, and you can watch us. And it might be a good idea for Edwin to put a camera on himself today. I know there's rules, but the way he's going to have to communicate with us is going to be a system a lot like a third base coach. What, second skin will be out? Is that what we're going to do? And then first nose? That's where
Sign stealing.
What
Yeah,
we gonna do?
we're
Yeah,
stealing signs. We're
Like
gonna
the
do all that.
Astros.
Yeah, we're going to go Astros, so I'll put an earplug in, and we'll see if we can get it going. Interesting day as we went home. The NBA got cooking. For the first time I can remember, the NBA actually stole NFL spotlight.
Taylor Swift had already done that, but yeah.
I mean, at least then we were talking about the NFL and Travis. I mean,
Well, let's
literally.
see. The only thing is it happened on a Wednesday. Like, I would say that, let's say if they would have did it tonight and in the middle of the Packers game, we got a Dame trade, then I feel like it. But considering, you're watching top model stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is
Like,
a dull day. I will give you that.
Right.
It is. And there's no surprise that the trade went off on the Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Like, get it done.
Just get it done. Is today or was yesterday National Sons Day, as I
my
see Mama?
goodness.
Was it?
I don't know.
I didn't know it was.
Well, you had every other one. How did you not know that one? You had like 10 of them.
That's what I'm saying. On the days thing, it wasn't on the list.
What, National what day?
Sons Day, like
What Suns?
your
Like
child.
Phoenix Suns?
No.
Oh, yes, it was. And you didn't even post your son.
It wasn't on the list. We talked about it.
Yeah, it's always the day after daughters.
So the day before was the daughters.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the list.
Tuesday was daughters. So Rob,
I don't believe. I
I'm
think
sorry.
this is a Facebook, like one person, like, you know what?
No.
It's and everybody just jumped on. I was on the official list yesterday.
I'm sorry, Jack. Your dad just left you out in the
I
cold.
did. And Clay, sorry, boys. They're not on Facebook anyway.
I know exactly.
So
exactly.
I didn't realize that. But to those who did celebrate, congratulations. And Daughter's Day as well. I had no idea. We'll talk a lot about the ramifications of a deal that sent 3 stars to 3 different places.
Yeah.
We knew Phoenix was going to play a role. You just couldn't help but figure out how they were going to try to make this.
How were they going to pay Ayton,
how to
Bill,
make this work.
Booker, Durant?
And you, to your credit, had been saying, Milwaukee, you better do something, man. He's telling you, he follow his actions and his words, because the freak wasn't happy. So I guess we shouldn't have been surprised. But I'll be honest with you, I was shocked. I didn't see it coming.
Left field. It's one of those deals. Ryan sent it to our WhatsApp, and it's one of those deals where you go, let me see if Ryan got the fake Adam Schefter tweet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the first thing I do whenever someone sends a Schefter tweet, not Schefter, Woj or Schefter, but a Woj bomb, is you go straight to Woj's account. And then you're like, oh, wow, this is real. It went down. But props to the Bucks and to Portland, because a lot of times these things leak. Like this didn't happen overnight. To find a third team and the pieces and something that everyone can agree on takes weeks, if not months. And we heard nothing. That doesn't happen normally.
Yeah.
So the fact that we didn't hear anything and none of the three teams, like, said, hey, Shams, say this. Hey, Woj, say this. It was like, hey, everybody lock it down. These 6 people, 2 from Phoenix, 2 from Portland, 2 from Milwaukee. If anything leaks out of this room, is one of us 6.
I agree. And I've always
props to them for that, because that ain't easy.
What was the New Orleans mob boss had a sign above his door? 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
Yeah, I love that.
This is some hardcore stuff. And the ramifications, we'll look at every angle. And there's one more. This is not a done deal as far as Drew Holiday ain't going to stay in Portland. He ain't going to even land there. At least I shouldn't say that. He might start the season there, but he ain't going to finish the season.
I'll put it to you like this. Trey Lance will have a home in Dallas before Drew has a home in Portland.
And they are both, as of
both homeless.
Right now at 6:06 in the AM, homeless, as we're going to hear from Trey Lance. No, we have to use correct pronouns.
Okay.
Unhoused.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
You,
Who
of all
you
people, should know.
My 15-year-old didn't tell me that.
It's unhoused. It changed. You didn't get the memo?
No.
I'd rather be homeless than unhoused. I mean, I don't know how you want to define it.
Give me a segment to think on that.
Because I think that's the new proper term. Trey Lance is living out of a suitcase to this moment, hadn't moved in. We're going to hear from him and Micah. And boy, Jerry yesterday
was good.
Got on the
Jerry
fan.
Was really good yesterday.
And low-key just kind of sat back, and I feel like just, all right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And he talked about it at length, and you're going to hear about it. I don't think he got enough credit for what he said yesterday.
No, Jerry was good. Like, sometimes Jerry can, he can you to 46 seconds and then say something, then say nothing for 10. But yesterday, he was up front, candid, talked about
play calling, red zone, his quarterback, Zeke coming home, all the things that we care about, he spoke to. And I got the sense it was not varnished or he wasn't spinning anything. He even talked about Taylor Swift.
I think he would like his quarterback to get him a needle mover. I think he'd like Dak. Why can't Dak get him a needle mover? Get Jerry a needle mover, man? Or Jake Ferguson. Why can't Jake Ferguson get a needle mover up in that owner's box?
Because he's had Romo did it for him.
Romo did it.
Romo brought in I
remember Miles Austin was dating one of the Kardashians when they had training camp here.
Oh, yikes.
Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No. I don't.
The receiver, Miles Austin, he never parked.
Oh, okay.
But he honked.
Is
when
this
he was
at the
front.
end? Did it take his legs like it took every other athlete?
Honked when he was out front.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
Well,
he didn't get out and knock on the door and that, he didn't do all that.
It didn't catapult him into greatness. I can tell you that.
He did a drive-by.
We're in the best sense of the word. The Pac-12 sits currently.
Rob has a great idea.
I would like to say that I came up with this, but I didn't. I stole it from an article that we saw.
Well, let's steal.
But as the Pac-12 sits with only 2 current teams, they are a road bump, a speed bump to the large and money-making, profitable 12-team playoff that everybody seems to have been aiming for with the coalization of conferences. So the suits that decide about the playoff have decided to kick the can down the road. They're just going to wait to implement everything that they'd been talking about because one of the conferences that was going to play a vital role now only has 2 members. So we're going to wait on it. But we have an idea here at R&R. We have a way to fill the Pac-12 that is both foreign and domestic.
Yeah. So Vanderbilt and Kansas.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of candidates. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, Wake Forest. I don't want to say much to you, Iowa State or Tech. But there might be a flux. There might be a place for you to go rebuild. And we'll talk about that a little bit after 7 o'clock. I just could not believe the deal that went down and the ripple that'll go through the NBA. And we're going to look at what has to happen now.
There's a lot to go. Phoenix is like to look at Portland and Scoot and know what this means to the East. There's a lot to unpack.
And we'll look at the future of Miami. Is it all but over now that they didn't get a deal done? Is it going to be a slow decline? Are they going to suffer the Spurs' imminent decline as they didn't go get another one to augment the future? We'll talk about a lot of that. And, everything else that went on over the day.
Let's do it.
How did Texas Cheer go yesterday?
Oh, man, it went awesome, man. Had a good time out at Texas Cheer Liquor number 9. Some listeners came by. We did some
picture, yeah.
We did some single barrel 4 Rose tasting.
Let me tell you. For those of you on the YouTube, look at this beautiful bottle of 10-year-old single barrel bourbon made by 4 Roses. It even has the Texas Cheer thing right on here.
So when I walked in,
really cool.
Yeah, I walked in, I see 4 Roses. It immediately made me think of you. And I was like, damn. I tell Jason and Joe, I was like, dude, I didn't get Rob a gift yet. And we, coined our pennies together.
Well, you took a few. Thank you. I know the value of what I have. I don't know if I'll be drinking this anytime soon because this is like new baby marriage kind of stuff. This is the good stuff. Thank you so much to my crew and all the boys here.
Happy belated birthday.
And thank you very much. I wish I was in a position to share this with you.
Well, because see, Rob is good about our birthdays. Keep in mind early this year, he got Jason some freaking Jordans.
Well, I was tired of going out with him. It was more for me than it was.
Tired of seeing
like,
the
dude, you're bringing me down, man. We got a rep here.
The Hokas, what are they? H-O-K.
You're
tired of his Hokas
and his hey dudes.
Yeah,
we had to dress that guy up so he could hang with us. That's kind of we're trying to get into clubs. They're looking down at his dirty Hokas.
Right.
Anyway, thank everybody. I think that was a wonderful gesture, completely unexpected. Much like the trade last night. Let's look at what happened. The NBA, there was a tectonic shift. The world is different today. Who's the favorite and how did this all happen as Dame and the Freak are on? Didn't get to be South Beach. Can we call it Moose Beach? Milwaukee's on the water.
Is there some moose? Is there moose up there?
There's no beaches, but yeah, there's moose there.
Moose, not Moose Beach. We might have to come up with a new nickname for a Milwaukee.
Cream City. That's what they call it.
What?
It's on their jerseys. They have jerseys that say creams. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Nobody thought that through.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I don't
want to
go to Cream City.
No.
Cream City sounds like
no. There's a lot of things going on,
especially with those demographics.
All of that. Yes,
I'm good.
Yeah, that's a bad idea with good intentions. Coming back, the Bucks are good. Who's going to chase them to get better? We're talking NBA next. We're glad you're with us. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, BetUS.com already has odds on that NBA. You looking for a favorite early on? I think BetUS has one. You better go check it out. Maybe it's time to put a little money and maybe reap the benefits 6-7 months from now. And you can even lay that bet down with Bet Protect if you're new to BetUS.com and have a little bit of a safety net in case things just don't go the way you plan. Go to BetUS.com for all the details on that, as BetUS is celebrating their 30th anniversary with 30 Bet Protect bets. Go there, man. It's cool. If you're brand new, they're also going to offer you 125%, on your first deposit. That's free money to play with. That's BetUS.com. It's the only book I have ever endorsed here at San Antonio Sports Star. Heck, Rudy J is even jumping on board. Call 1-800-MY-BETUS right now. Go to BetUS.com. There are games tonight. There's games all weekend. You want to play your casino games, they got that. You got live, you got teasers, you got everything you need, and you got free money. BetUS.com. Call 1-800-MY-BETUS, 1-800-692-3887 right now, because it's where the game begins.
Texas A&M football is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday at 10 a.m., it's the Aggies and Arkansas Razorbacks in an SEC battle. Presented by Ewald Kubota, Just Pots, ABC Home and Commercial Services, The Angry Elephant, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. With over 25 years experience, we have secured important verdicts and settlements, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Are you playing in our Fall Golf Classic? We're expecting another sold-out tournament. Join the Blitz live at Slackers today to win your way in. We're going live at 2, and our Golden Tee tournament starts at 6. And the champ is winning a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic. It's today at Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, for your chance to win a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic and a 4-pack to the WWE SmackDown today.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters, has a smoking hot deal. Purchase any Mother's Window Tint, car stereo, remote start, or car alarm and get a 1 month free membership to the CFL Smoke Shop's private Amsterdam Club, located next to Mother's on 281 North. Make your car go thump, 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 mother thump with one of our subwoofers, stereos, backup cameras, name brands, and expert installation. Remember, do it at Mother's and save!
Imagine getting an impressive cash offer on your home and then selling it for more. Yeah, that happens all the time with Orchard. Getting paid more than you thought is Orchard's goal, even in this market. It's simple. Orchard sells homes faster and for more money, with the majority of homes selling in under 30 days. That's right, under 30 days. And Orchard handles everything, including paint, repair, list, and showing your home. And they'll make your listing stand out with price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost to you. And here's my favorite part. You just relax as Orchard and their expert agents do all of the work, bringing buyers to you by prepping and promoting your home. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Let Orchard help maximize your sale price. Look, with so many companies trying to lowball you, Orchard works hard to get you top dollar. Want to sell your home for more? I sure would. Learn how to maximize your sale price and get a free valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your inner sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying implements. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/disclaimers for full disclaimer.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, for 75 years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installation. Visit Airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000-39898C.
Experience first-class service at Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio. Shop incredible offers on a large inventory of new and slightly pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, like newly stocked certified 2023 C300 sedans at only $49,991. Plus, see our available low interest rates at mbofsa.com. That's newly stocked certified 2023 C300s for just $49,991. Experience the Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio difference today on San Pedro Avenue. For complete offer details, visit mbofsa.com.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, that sounds good. I like that.
Yeah, this is OG.
It is. This is Spurs holding trophy music. That's what it is. Baby making music.
Yeah, this is a 75-77 final score.
Not a lot of buckets, but trophies to be had. Right. That's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. On the other side of the double pane, we cannot communicate him, but he looks good. Easy E. Edwin Hefner. A big deal went down yesterday afternoon as the NBA completely shifted gears and talent went all different directions as Dame is now a Milwaukee Buck after months of
trying to get to Miami. You know, his agent came out and said, you know, an all but said, Portland would not cooperate with Miami. That's basically what he said. It says it takes two to tango. He said, thank you to Pat Riley. This is Dame's agent. Thank you to Pat Riley. You did everything possible. You're true pros, but it takes two to tango. Translation. And Dame loves the city of Portland, but he is done with that organization. He hates them and how they did business. But we talked about this on the Blitz yesterday. Maybe it wasn't the best deal. Maybe it wasn't like a championship type deal. But the Lakers deal for Kawhi was better than what they got from Toronto. But I'm not saying they were going to win a title, but what I'm saying is, if I'm the organization, I'm not sending you where you want to go either.
Unless I'm getting
the only people that did it were the Pelicans. Like, they let Anthony Davis, like, hey, even though you've done nothing for us, really, we'll let you go where you want to go. Like, most teams aren't sending you.
Except the Spurs.
Yeah, and James Harden did want to go to Brooklyn, and then he did want to go to Philly.
But that's an entirely different. Right. Harden is on his own on these kind of moves. So it took a lot to get it to happen. So
this probably been going on for a month or two.
All the Bucks got was Dame. I say all, but they get Dame.
Yeah, what else?
The Blazers bring in Drew Holiday, and we'll get to that. DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, a 2029 unprotected first-round pick from Milwaukee. That might turn into something nice. And an unprotected Milwaukee swap rights with them as well in 28 and 30. So I didn't give up, and they might be able to raise up a couple of slots in their drafts in 28 and 30. The Suns bring in Joseph Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Then I bring up the Stanley got rid of a headache.
That situation was dumb. Like, the fact that they kept Ayton around in the first place prior to them firing Monty Williams, and then firing Monty Williams, and then also trading Ayton, it's like, wait, y'all handled that totally wrong. But okay, whatever.
I think they turned out pretty good.
I like them getting Grayson Allen. He spreads the floor, and I like them getting Nurkic. When he's healthy, he gives them the big to deal with the bigs. So,
and Nasir Little also, when healthy, looks like some future. Keon Johnson's a good defender. He is what he is. All teams, I think, sit comfortable.
Everybody won.
So where does this put Milwaukee in your mind in the East and then overall?
I would still, if you put the shotgun to my head today, I would probably still go with Boston. Again, the Heat are the defending Eastern Conference champs, so I'm not sure why I'm leaving them out, but I am. I'll still go with them. But be clear, the Bucks should win it. They should at least come out of the East. Because now what essentially you've done is put Chris Middleton back where he belongs, as the third fiddle. Chris Middleton, for the past 5 years, we've wanted him to be Giannis's sidekick, and that's just not what he is. He's a spot-up guy that some nights he could drop 40, but on most nights he's going to give you 20-something. Now he just moves into the third spot, sit in the corner, spot up, hit threes. You still kept Brook Lopez. So, there's some there. A
lot more than, you forget about Middleton.
And then Pat
Connaughton.
Yeah, you still got Connaughton. So this is a really good roster, man.
I appreciate that. You're right. Now, whether they might be better than Boston.
Yeah, no.
They might be better.
When you look at it, and I've had time to sleep on it, they probably should be the favorites. But again, Miami is their boogeyman. If the 49ers are the Cowboys' boogeyman, the Heat is Giannis's boogeyman. They 4-1 them 2 out of the last 3 years, something like that. So, yeah.
And I wouldn't throw dirt on Miami yet. I'm just not going to pronounce them over and done with. They're too Miami. They're the
Heat culture.
Yeah, and there's something to it. Now, the Suns, again, we're talking about all 3 teams can wake up this morning going, you know what? That was a good deal.
Yeah.
Every one of them. And because the positive karma comes out of this, I think all 3 teams are far better today than they were day before yesterday.
And you know what? I think I like Scoot having a big to grow with.
Yes.
Now, because Ayton can play if he's there mentally. He checked out of Phoenix
but now he gets to be a big dog. Now he gets to be the big dog he always wanted to be, and I think that's the kind
Simmons. I like what Portland did.
And when sometimes you just tell a guy he's a leader, he'll grab it and go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, guess congratulations, you're a leader, and I think he always felt like he deserved that. So I do think, and when I say better, Trailblazers ain't going to the playoffs, but they are better positioned than they were before to get to where they want to go.
Can they be Dame and Aldridge? They went to the second round. I mean, Dame and Aldridge went to the second round. Can Scoot and Ayton be that? If you're a Portland fan, that's how you feeling. Like,
They
this
hope
looks
not.
a lot like Dame and LaMarcus.
Well, maybe a young version. Man, they're a long way away.
Yeah,
they lost 10 games.
And Scoot can't shoot like Dame.
So we're going to continue looking at it from every angle. How does that affect the Spurs? Is Drew Holiday? He's on the move.
Had a chance, Rob.
They did.
When I look at the deal,
they did. They had a chance.
They had a chance,
but we didn't really have a star like Holiday. We really didn't, and that was the pivot point. I think that they had an All-NBA type that, at the very least, if everything else fall apart for Portland, you get a high-character dude who's an All-NBA type that walks into your locker room. And man, oh man, he ain't the worth of Dame as far as on the court, but off the court and everything else, he's going to command a value nearly what Dame got.
Yeah. Now, the person that should be highly upset, and I think he's about to ask out, is Joel Embiid.
Here it comes.
Joel Embiid is like, dude, I'm sitting around here. James Harden don't want to be here. Tobias Harris is not a sidekick. I like Maxey, but that I'm not getting to the finals with him. Embiid is about to, he's about to go ahead and start his Giannis tour. Like, either get me the hell out of here or get me some help, because he's the one left, holding the bag.
And he's learned from the best on how to get out of him.
Yeah, James Harden says he's not even going to media day. I'd be heated if I was Embiid.
Pop your popcorn. It's about to get a little fun in Philadelphia. We'll stay looking at the NBA. But yesterday, the Cowboys spoke as they got back to work and went to practice. We'll give you an idea what the practice report looked like, who participated and who practiced. Trey Lance spoke to his current housing situation. And we'll look forward to a big football game that brings Zeke Elliott back on home. Dallas Cowboy Talk coming, and you're on R&R. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Did you wake up this morning, step into your Connecticut water softened shower, and start the day the right way like most good San Antonians do? If you did, hey, congratulations. You've already got the last water softener you're ever going to own. Now, for those of you who do not have a Connecticut, listen close. This is your chance. This is your opportunity to step into the big leagues and get the very best for where we live, and that's a Connecticut water softener for 90 days. Won't cost you a penny to have it in your home. 90 days to prove what we know, that it's the best water softener for you around here. Let me give you some of the attributes that got me in the door. First of all, you don't even plug it in. Doesn't take any power. It only works when you work. You turn on the faucet, that's when it runs, and that's when it uses the salt, not when you're just sitting there and decides to cycle through. It's weird. I don't know why it does that. Well, it doesn't do that with the Connecticut, so you're saving money on salt as well. You've got an ironclad warranty on it. It's the best apples-to-apples warranty I saw. That's what turned the page on that. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. Call 656-PURE. Know this. You can dial one number, and in the next 90 days, you have the peace of mind of the best water softener you can have. Call Connecticut today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
Here's what's on tap tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Lions and Packers battle it out beginning tonight at 6:30. Presented by Yingling Traditional Lager and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey man, looking good. It's Stitch Fix. I'd like to thank my stylist for making me look so great. They always get my fit just right. They send clothes that work for me and my budget. They even found me my favorite pair of jeans. I'd like to thank Stitch Fix because let's get real, I couldn't make this style happen on my own. They just make everything so easy. So thank you, Stitch Fix. They just get me, and they'll get you too. Stitch Fix. Take your style quiz today at StitchFix.com.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
WeatherGuard, the name that stands for unmatched security in truck boxes, is now making a name for itself on the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series circuit. WeatherGuard is the official sponsor of the safety and security work crews at Speedway Motorsports tracks across the country. Engineered to meet the demands from job sites to race sites, WeatherGuard truck boxes feature double welded seams, weather-tight seals, and high security latches and locks. If it's a job worth doing, it's a job worth WeatherGuard. Learn more at weatherguard.com/truck.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
ESPN Plus Originals and Anscape presents.
I am Dr. Ibram X. Kendi. I am known as a scholar and anti-racist author. It's up to all of us to confront the racism in society and our favorite sports.
A roundtable discussion and analysis exploring the intersection of sports, race, and society.
Because we all have skin in the game.
ESPN Plus Originals and Anscape presents Skin in the Game with Dr. Ibram X. Kendi. All episodes now streaming on ESPN Plus.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools and get 5 times the bonus points. Plus, right now, buy a DeWalt Power Stack battery kit and get a select DeWalt Bear tool free, up to a $249 value. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid 9/18 through 9/29. Subject to change. DeWalt offer valid through 10/11.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
The pandemic is over, but COVID-19 is here to stay. In fact, it's still among the top 5 leading causes of death in the U.S., just after heart disease and cancer. So this fall, stay up to date with the latest COVID-19 vaccines, just like you do with the flu, because you've got no time for 19. The vaccine may not be for everyone. Please consult with your doctor. Brought to you by Moderna.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show, every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
Welcome to the Ronald Acuna Jr. fan club. Dude, 40-70.
Shout out to the seam heads. The only person to ever, the most home runs with 70 stolen bases, the closest was Ricky Henderson, and it was only 28. He has 41 dingers and 70 stolen bases. That's impressive, no matter what old man Edwin says.
It's those giant, no
pizza box bases.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that the bases got bigger and the record broke. I'm not saying 70. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, they just got tired of seeing people's legs get broken being stepped on the smaller base.
But well done.
Shout out to Acuna Jr., man.
That's one of those records of why Ohtani and Trout and all those other superstars are sitting at home watching, figuring out where they're going to be playing. Freddie Freeman and Acuna and all the real stars are still playing there with them.
And the Orioles are good. Baseball's weird this year. The Orioles are good. The Rangers are good. Bruce Bochy says Max Scherzer may play in the postseason. weird season in baseball. Glad to see the tide turn. It's like we had the Sacramento Kings jump into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know,
a little pepper in
it's
October.
fun. It's fun to see the guys down that have been in the cellar for 20 years finally peak out.
Let's hope it translates into the playoffs.
I agree.
Sometimes those first timers, those miracle teams, are out quick, and we're back to just the
Bruce
usual
Bochy, though.
suspects.
Bruce Bochy has that glow. We might be in the World Series, Rob. He has that glow about him.
Okay. Hope springs eternal, man. Forgive me, I'm a bit gun shy.
Yeah.
Trey Lance and the rest of the Dallas Cowboys went back to work yesterday. And Trey Lance is not newsworthy, but it is interesting to hear from the cat. He's now a full-fledged Dallas Cowboy, spent some time there, been in practice, knows the way around, probably has a favorite restaurant by now, probably has an idea where he goes to movies and all that. And now he's feeling comfortable. But there is one thing that he has not taken care of. An important thing to have if you're new to Dallas.
Getting there, still working on moving. Still right around here at the residence. But yeah, hopefully these next few weeks. It's a long way from California, so I got to get all my stuff out here. So yeah, hopefully getting settled soon.
You still have stuff up there too that you haven't been able to bring down yet?
Yeah, I just got my suitcases still. Living out in suitcases. Yeah, so hopefully these next couple weeks my stuff will get out here and I'll get settled.
Now, rocking chair with Ryan Nagel seems to think that means he don't think he's going to be there long.
No, he's a child, man. He's a young man. What are you talking about?
He's like,
I got two boys.
Shoot,
they live in a cardboard box. And you're like, dude, you're going to have to find, okay. Oh, well, sorry. I didn't think about it.
It's one of them things where he's just like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Actually, they probably got a great breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
At the hotel, they make your bed every day. They wash your sheets. They wash your towels. Like, hotel living ain't too bad when you're 23. 24. Now, if you're a grown man with children and a wife, yeah, you would have been had a house, right? But a single dude, 20-something, hotel living, you got your little couple lady friends in Dallas coming through here and there. It's not so bad, actually.
Although he gave away where he lives.
He said the residence. Why would he do that?
I know. Why would you let us know you're living in the residence inn over there?
That was on purpose. That was on purpose. This way you don't have to hunt. Now they're just in the lobby.
Don't you know that Trey Lance, despite the fact of being traded and being on the practice squad, goes, I could so easily be Zach Wilson today. I could so easily be the most hated, despised quarterback I could so easily have San Francisco fan spitting teeth at me as I was walking the sidelines. And I am with the Cowboys in this soft, comfortable place. I got an energetic owner. How bad could it be?
Be Steven for a minute, and I'm the Jets, and I say, hey Steve, what y'all want for Trey Lance? Are y'all thinking about keeping him? What y'all thinking about doing?
Oh, what do you got?
I'm thinking what you got him for. Yeah. I'm thinking what you got. Well, I'll give you a third since you paid a fourth.
But can you imagine?
No,
why would the Jets go there? You know what I mean? I'm not.
It don't make much sense, but it makes sense.
But you're just throwing another dude out there that's going to get demolished.
That don't know the offense.
Yeah. So I think when I know that Lance was brought down a peg, and he's had a rough couple years. But
he's brought down a peg. But they're going to teach him this offense and make him scare Dak a bit in the training camp.
Let's hope. He talked about learning his brand new system.
It's going to continue to get better. I think, there's certain things I feel super comfortable with that I've done in my past, and there's certain things that are new. And without the reps, it's different. The timing of routes and things like that. But like I said, man, being able to watch Dak and how he operates the offense, how clean he is with everything, continue to learn.
Tougher offense to learn, Kyle or Mike McCarthy?
Oh, you wonder.
I think Mike McCarthy because of timing. Because keep in mind, when you got the receivers got to count your steps.
I don't know.
Probably Mike.
I just think that because I figure Kyle is probably the best, one of the top
He's
3
the
or
best
4
play caller. I don't know if he has a more complex offense.
There you go. And I don't know what complex means. You know what I mean? How does that play into it? I know that Trey Lance had 2 years to learn it and couldn't figure out. And San Francisco couldn't have been
I don't think
easy.
He didn't learn it, Rob, as much as I think Purdy flourished.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to put it.
Purdy was better. Purdy was better in it than him. But I don't think that means that Trey can't play.
The idea that he's out and about and, that questions are being asked coming after a loss certainly doesn't imply that he is being under consideration. But I do appreciate the fact you brought it up yesterday with a couple of things that while the Cowboys are terrible, and McCarthy is too, and at holding people accountable in public. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes, they could be, tearing the paint off the walls.
And maybe they are. I don't know.
And they keep stuff in-house.
But I've been around them long enough to know I don't think it's a college coach-player relationship by any stretch.
They talk to them like men.
Yeah, there's no peeling paint and, you got to love it. There's none of that. But when you do see Lance out there, just out there being talked to. And I think that was David Hellman asking the questions. I think that was one of the Dallas Cowboy beat writers. I couldn't.
Who, the guy that gets the first question every time?
Yeah, one of those. It was one.
Where,
I think
when McCarthy goes, Dave.
And when you see the A1, the tops, the Clarences, the Hellmans, the Archers, the Mama Footballs, all of those, when they start gravitating to that is a surefire signal to the other guys. Wait a minute, this guy's getting a little press. And Dak, well, you won't bring it up, but everybody's been there. Everybody knows the pecking order in the locker room. And when Lance is out there, that's one of those great things about, there's somebody else here. There's somebody else.
And Dak, Trey should be grateful that he has a guy like Dak ahead of him, because Dak's not the butthole.
He could be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he could be the butthole. He could be Tom Brady. To me, is the ultimate butthole of like, I ain't helping you. So Dak is the perfect guy. Dak will actually try and help you. Like, Dak's that guy. Like, of course, he wants to beat you, be clear, but Dak ain't going to be a butthole about it.
Jerry, we're going to hear from Jerry.
Yeah, man, Jerry was good yesterday. It's been a while since I've said that, but I thought he was great yesterday and honest, brutally honest.
And in a low-key kind of way, kind of reinforce what we're talking about with Dak. There is such a fun, and we've tried to talk about it, this fundamental shift in what their attitude is about the quarterback from everything. And we've talked about it in the light of, they just don't trust, and they don't. And the idea of trust is really the key.
And it's not even a question that, you can really ask Mike McCarthy and expect a true answer. Like, tomorrow, I was like, hey, do you trust Dak? He's going to say yes.
Absolutely, I do. And I wouldn't expect him to say anything else.
He can't say, well, Rudy, not really. You can't say that.
But your owner and your general manager, when you hear what he has to say, and you're going to hear it right after 7:00, when you hear about affecting the play calling and affecting the offense and things that are or aren't being done and whether they should or shouldn't be done, you can just tell that the responsibility sheet for the quarterback has been lessened by more than half. And we're going to get into that. Coming back, we've got big news around the basketball world. We'll look back at the trade. We're going to look at college football as well. Tough news from the Aggies. Does the backup come to play? And our Tim Spence, our faithful Tim Spence, left a mysterious odor around this building. I'm going to try to figure out exactly what happened yesterday when we were gone. Hang on tight. R&R in the morning continues with all the fun. We'll be right back here on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Patriots at 2:30 p.m.
Micah Parsons is on the ball.
And he's still alive.
He's still running. He's still moving with the ball to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line.
Presented by the A. Best Bail Bonds, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Golfers, swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the hottest new fall arrivals from TaylorMade, Callaway, and Titleist. Come by and test drive the new TaylorMade P790 irons, the new Callaway Apex Pro iron sets, and the new Titleist T-Series irons. While you're there, get a free custom fitting on the new arrivals and more. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is your headquarters for all the latest golf gear from all the top manufacturers. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at edwinwattsgolf.com.
Roundtable Pizza is celebrating big for their 1-year anniversary this Friday, September 29th. If you haven't tried Roundtable Pizza, this is your chance. Join the Blitz this Friday, 2 to 6 live from Roundtable Pizza. Pizza, wings, garlic twists, and beer. They have it all. Get their Inflation Buster special while you're at it. Buy 1 extra large specialty pizza and get a free medium 1-topping pizza. Plus happy hour specials from 4 to 7, Monday through Friday. Bring the family. Roundtable Pizza, 842 Northwest Loop 410.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
Nobody brings you more value in fine jewelry than Diamonds Direct, and they're proving it again by rolling back interest rates to 0%. But you need to hurry. Now through Sunday only, you can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of 0.0%. A $6,000 ring is just $100 a month. But hurry, this radical offer ends Sunday at 5 p.m. Don't miss this once-a-year blockbuster deal. Hurry, 5 years, 0 interest financing. Get details and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. On approved credit.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installations. Visit airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000399898C.
Announcing the newest addition to Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio, the brand new commercial van center featuring Sprinter vans. Our Sprinter sales and service center brings you affordable vans designed for any need. Get competitively priced options with any of our work vans, 15-passenger vans, and even conversion vans. Plus, take advantage of our new mobile service van. When you're too busy to come to the dealership, we'll come to you. See Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio or visit sprintervansofsa.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. Rudy and Rob with you. Hey, I hope you're heading out to Slackers tonight. We'll be right behind North Star Mall. The party starts at 6. The Golden Tee tournament starts at, or Friday starts at 2. Golden Tee starts at 6. The winner of the Golden Tee
it's a
tournament.
foursome, dude.
That's a $400 benefit to you and me.
Yeah.
And might be the very last ones in. I don't know.
Yeah. I got to get, well, Nick comes in. He always gives us a daily update.
But we're playing golf on Monday regardless. We certainly want to have you with us. Go to sasportstar.com for all the details. We'll be at Olympia Hills. Shotgun start at 9. If you need a get out of jail free card or a note, Rudy and I would be happy to write.
Yeah, we got you.
one.
I'll ask, No, it does not smell like burnt popcorn in here anymore. For those that don't know, yesterday the blitz was going on and on about Tim Spence burning up some popcorn, which I think there's a popcorn button on the microwave. I'll go double check that, but no, it doesn't smell anymore.
So this happened prior to them going out to Texas Cheer?
This happened while they were out at Texas Cheer.
Oh, so they were here. It happened here, but we weren't here to smell
I don't think they
So
were
he
here.
was
They
the
never
only
came in the
Sports Star representative here
Pledge
other than
smelled it.
Pledge.
Yeah, and he took the bag into Edwin and Pledge's office.
What?
Well,
I wasn't here, so
so he brought it into
Pledge's domain
on purpose. Like here, keep
man,
this in the glass box of fun.
He said it was only 2 minutes. Anyhow,
Fire guy, he burned the popcorn. There's certain sins that you never live down. Burning the popcorn and bringing fish for lunch. Just don't do it. You see the Travis Kelce and his brother's podcast?
Yes, I did. Jason said, "Hey man, how's it feel that she put you on the map?" Which she kind of did. There's a TikTok trend going on where your lady you don't know she's recording you, and she tells you just to see how mad you can get, because we saw Julius Randle's wife do this. She says, "Hey babe, isn't it crazy how now everybody knows who Travis Kelce is?" And Julius Randle turned around and said, "What? Excuse yourself? He was already a 2-time Super Bowl champion, like all-world NFL football player. What do you mean she put him on the map?" You know what I mean? So that's the TikTok trend now where you're late. So my wife can't get me because but no, that's the deal now. This is taking on a life of its own. And according to the Schultz report, she's going to see them play against the Jets.
Now, the first one, you could question whether it's a media stunt or not. You could say, yeah, maybe they actually did meet, and it all kind of came together in the perfect storm of TMZ and sports.
Right.
The second one, without a doubt, is now a media event.
Well,
in the planning and the staging and the prep.
Well, now, when you were her, now that her people see that there's some there, you fresh off a tour where you made 1.6 billion or whatever the hell it was, and you're staying viral. That's everything in that world, even if she is worth over 700 million. And I'm not saying that they're not really dating, but even if they're not dating at this point, it's just good business.
And he actually, no, it's good business for sure. And that's why you kind of wink at it like this could or could not be real. I don't know. But the way he handled it in the podcast, I thought was very gentlemanly. Like, hey, man, yeah, this is huge. And complimented her on how everybody after her time in the press box or in the suite, everybody loved her.
Mom approved.
So she was obviously good with the folks, with the peoples. And that's pretty quick to have her meeting your mom.
Now, has anybody checked on Miss Mahomes?
Now there's that.
Is she okay? Is she still the first lady? She's still the first lady, right?
I had
She's
a new.
still the first
I will
lady.
say that coming into the summer, my opinion of her and the Mahomes and his brother and all that was kind of like,
the brother.
This is
I
gonna
have
be
no
a mess.
I have no time for the brother.
But after watching that quarterback special on Netflix, I don't have the as much distaste for her as I had.
I like Brittany. I mean, I like Miss Mahomes. She's cool.
Yeah,
is her name Brittany?
It is.
Yeah, I like Miss Mahomes.
So, but I can't not get past. She did act like she was the queen bee of the Chiefs. She did.
And she is,
and has every right to do so.
I get it.
She's Mama Chief.
She got little baby Patricks running around.
Yeah, but now the spotlight hits her second.
Well, Taylor has to do a TikTok with her to make if you're Travis, what you do is, hey, babe, gonna make Brittany feel like she's a part
do
of
something. Yeah, I got you. Maybe
go hang out with her. Have a drink with her. Ask her if she wants to come up and sit with you.
Throw her a couple 100,000 followers.
you know what I'm saying?
Just say, hey, everybody follow Brittany.
Post her on your story.
It's amazing.
It's crazy how we talk now, right?
That little effort.
Post her on your story.
Can you imagine? That 30-second effort will turn into 1 million impressions.
It matters.
It does matter. And it's hard to fathom.
You got to make the first lady feel comfortable.
I'm just so glad that Taylor Swift was here to pull the NFL out of their media doldrums.
I mean, but the only thing is, can we get her at a good game? She's had the Bears, and now she gets Zach Wilson.
Well,
Pull up the Chiefs
again.
schedule. When do they play somebody that's worthy of Taylor Swift's presence?
Again, I can't. The cynic in me goes, so the game that they're scheduling to go to is just about the biggest dog game out there. There's some other two dogs playing each other when you talk about Denver and Chicago, which has its own merits. But this should be an ass kicking of extra.
But it won't be.
Oh, it could be 70-0.
Yeah, because it's bad up there.
Yeah,
with the
New
Jets.
York is
that game in New
imploding.
York? If that game is in New York, of course Taylor's in the box.
It's in New York.
Yes.
Oh,
you think that this is not a media planned scheduled
Sunday night football too.
on Sunday night?
Oh, they're gonna whisk her in. She'll have a crew dedicated to her.
The helicopter's gonna land at the 50.
Can we do a? What do you think? There's a prop on BetUS of how many times NBC goes to her?
Oh, I guarantee you, we'll have to find some book will have Taylor Swift appearances on national TV.
Well, I know where you can do it if it's done. Is you can do that at betus.com. And guess what? If you're just signing up, they're going to do the 30-year anniversary, 30 risk-free bets. Yeah, I'm almost positive that it may be on there. The only way to find out is go to betus.com. They got a 125 sign-up bonus, 200% crypto bonus, and a 250% casino bonus. It is the only, and I mean only, sportsbook and casino Rob and I endorse here. So you got Thursday night football tonight. You got your over-under on how many times NBC pans to Taylor Swift up in the booth with Miss Kelsey. So check it all out yourself at betus.com. That's 1-800-BY-BET-US. BetUS, the sportsbook and casino where the game begins.
The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, presents
94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, Monday, October 2nd at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now for $120 per person or $400 per foursome. Plus, a hole-in-one shot for your chance at $50,000 or a $1,000 gift card. 94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, benefiting the Lupus Foundation of America, Lone Star Chapter. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks, Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, and Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Dive into crime dramas on Pluto TV. Unravel the mysteries on CSI, Criminal Minds, and Blue Bloods. Plus, watch thousands of other crime movies and TV shows, all for free. Download Pluto TV on all your favorite devices and start streaming now.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. Accuracy matters, so make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home and family. Available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a clinically accurate, fast, and non-invasive thermometer. The Exergen thermometer is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure accurately with Exergen thermometers. Available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on the projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
The pandemic is over, but COVID-19 is here to stay. In fact, it's still among the top 5 leading causes of death in the U.S., just after heart disease and cancer. So this fall, stay up to date with the latest COVID-19 vaccines, just like you do with the flu, because you've got no time for 19. The vaccine may not be for everyone. Please consult with your doctor. Brought to you by Moderna.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
WeatherGuard, the name that stands for unmatched security in truck boxes, is now making a name for itself on the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series circuit. WeatherGuard is the official sponsor of the safety and security work crews at Speedway Motorsports tracks across the country. Engineered to meet the demands from job sites to race sites, WeatherGuard truck boxes feature double welded seams, weather-tight seals, and high-security latches and locks. If it's a job worth doing, it's a job worth WeatherGuard. Learn more at weatherguard.com/truck.
America's Diamond offers our 5-year, 60-month financing program every day of the year. You don't have to wait for a sale to get 5-year financing with credit approval, or wait for a sale to get our guaranteed America's Diamond price, because we treat everyone fairly and with respect every day of the year. For almost 40 years, we have designed and created our extraordinary diamond jewelry right here in San Antonio. When you buy at America's Diamond, your money stays in San Antonio. Our whole company is located here and locally owned. Our kids and grandkids go to school here. All 40 of our coworkers live and shop in San Antonio for everything. Through the years, America's Diamond has supported thousands of wonderful charity events in San Antonio. We're the official jeweler of the San Antonio Spurs and of the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics. See our television program about diamonds and jewelry tonight on at 12:35 a.m. or see it right now at americasdiamond.com.
Your home for Rob and Rudy. It's R&R in the morning on YouTube, sasportstar.com. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football, baby. Lions and Packers for first place in the NFC North. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30. The Cowboys signed a backup center and Billy Price to the practice squad. What does that mean for Tyler Biadasz? Well, him, Tyron Smith, and Zach Martin all worked off to the side of the rehab group yesterday at practice. And the Rangers shut out the Angels 5-0, and they have a 2.5-game lead over the Astros.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. We got a lot to get into. This is Rudy. I'm Rob. That's Easy E on the other side of the popcorn-smelling double-pane glass. Jerry spoke. We're about to hear from him. He's going to talk about the offense, the red zone. You're going to really it's Jerry being the general manager Jerry, not the owner Jerry, not the spinning Jerry, but talking about his team. Coming out of practice yesterday, you just mentioned it in training camp, in the practice report. Biadasz, hamstring. I Did he work over on the side?
Yeah,
'Cause
Biotish, Tyron Smith, and Zach Martin all worked off to the side with the rehab group yesterday at practice.
So they
I don't know what
listed
that
as-
means.
They did not participate in practice. They worked on the side. Chuma Adoga did participate, but was limited. CeeDee Lamb didn't practice, but this is due to rest, along with DeMarcus Lawrence. They're not saying anything other than that. And Zach and Tyron both DNP, but did work off on the side. Not good news.
No, that isn't good news. But yeah, I guess only one thing we can do, right, is ask Coach Mike McCarthy tomorrow, and you can hear him right here at 6:45 on San Antonio Sports Star.
Last
now
week,
he ain't gonna tell us the truth, but
he was a little over optimistic last week.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe he wasn't, fibbing, as my mom didn't allow us to say lying. We weren't allowed to say liar. He wasn't fibbing, Rob. He just was overly optimistic.
See, I always pictured a fib as just a polite way of just not. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not trying to get around anything. I just want to deal with it.
I'm
And a
just not
lie is just
divulging.
a patented. I'm not going to tell you.
But is withholding truth lying?
It's a fib. It's the same. A
Okay.
fib is better than a lie, but they're both bad. If that's a
Okay.
way. Jerry talked about his offense, and really we talked about this offensive line, and it is worthy of discussion. There's reasons and excuses for failure, and this is a little bit of both. Jerry talked about how the line affected the game the other night.
They sure did, and they sure did, and they will, always will. And that's those are the adjustments. And it makes sense. You lose key players at key spots, and you try to compensate for it another way. Does that leave you open for some mentals? It can do that on both sides of the ball. It did on both sides of the ball Sunday. You did make adjustments, and they are there. Again, I emphasize on both sides of the ball.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Jerry speaking to the fan yesterday, 105.3 The Fan.
So he kind of, and a lot of times when Jerry speaks and McCarthy speaks and Steven speaks, it seems like sometimes they're kind of on the same page, but at the same time, not on the same page. From what I gathered from McCarthy post game after the Cardinal game, and then what Jerry said right there, maybe there is some truth to they're on the same page for once. So as far as like, look, the play calling, Rudy, since you want to start stuff, had nothing to do with my trust of Dak. It had everything to do with the offensive line, is why I called the plays the way I did. You don't have to, try to read between the lines, Mr. J.
The idea of adjustments and the mentals. It was bigger than just
mentals.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too.
It was bigger than the adjustment for the offensive line for one game. This entire offense, the entire offensive line, the scheme, the play calling, the players, these were also a bunch of adjustments that were put into play over the offseason. He talked about these adjustments and his quarterback and what his new responsibilities are.
The answer is yes. You have limited things that he used to be doing. You have limited that. But on the other hand, we have made what we are doing more doable for him. And so I think that offsets. That throw at the end of the game, that throw's intended for the very back of the end zone high. It was low and it was in the middle. And, of course, you saw players all around it. My point is you have answers. He has answers, and he has capability to make those kinds of plays when it's on the line in the future. So you say, boy, should you be worried about the ability to get it in a situation like that? You always are. Red zone is a challenge. But I think we will execute that play you saw at the end better next time. We've got a chance to. We've got the talent to. We've got the quarterback to. And so I'm not dismayed by that. I'm sorry we didn't do it that time, but I'm not dismayed.
It's supposed to be high and at the back. He threw it low and in the middle and a bunch of players around it.
So not even close.
Like, damn. I don't think he meant for that to sound as bad as it did, but it sounded pretty bad. But again, we praise, myself included, we praise Sirianni for putting Jalen in position to be better. But when McCarthy and Shoddy are trying to do the same for Dak, we criticize Dak for it instead of just being like, hey, they're just trying to put him in the best position to be successful.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Well, no,
I think that's when people like, Minix feel like we're unfair to Dak.
Well, no. Well, okay.
You see what does
I
that
get what
make
you're
sense?
saying.
Okay.
But the reason Jalen Hurts didn't go through what Dak's going through is Jalen only been here a year. You know what I mean?
Two. It was 2.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I know what
we
you're
didn't
saying,
know
right.
who Jalen was. They saw it and behind the scenes put together an offense. Dak, on the other hand, we have 6 years of starting experience, 7. And we looked at it after 7 years and go, nah, that's not it.
You know what? You brought me back.
You know what I mean? Like, no, this is what you've been doing 7 years. No, we need to change everything. Where Jalen, they start like, this is who you are and this is what we're going to do. This is a fundamental shift. And of course, with all of this, I'm starting to worry for Dak's mental health on this.
No, are you being serious?
I'm being very serious. I mean, not mental health.
No. I mean, like, are you starting to worry about
he was a little surly the other day.
It was about his judgment and is he out there thinking?
And the interception thing with was it Archer that started the fight?
That was Archer because it was a game where he didn't throw a pick. He's like, hey, how's it feel to go back to back game and not throw a pick? And he's like, what about you for that? What about you for that?
So you're starting to get those snapbacks, and then you hear his owner just now. Oh, we wanted high and outside, and we expect that to be better on his now very limited offensive responsibility plate. Because we've taken away half of that. And then what we did leave, that part of responsibility that we kept with him, we made it super simple. We kissed it.
Well, see, this is how we get around. This is how we handle tomorrow then. Mike McCarthy, 6:45 tomorrow, Rob. Jerry said, Jerry said, if I say Jerry said, it's different than me being like, hey, man, I combed through what you said in post game, and I feel like you don't trust Dak. That's a whole different answer than Jerry said y'all are limiting Dak.
When you it's about how you ask the question,
about how
right?
you ask it.
So Jerry said is immediately going to have a response like, oh, he did. Well, we will not get an answer. But the fact remains, if we ask him to explain exactly what he wants his quarterback to do.
And I think it's a fair question.
Tell me where are the limits? How far are you going to let him go? What is the play call that you go, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do this on third down because he can't.
And due to the fact that he introduced us to the phrase turnover worthy plays. And how much are you staying away from them? And where are you at percentage wise on having to call turnover worthy plays? Because I feel like that last one, like Jerry, that last interception is Dak having to do something with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They're down 12. He had to let it go. So I'm not blaming him for that one, but for Jerry to go, it's supposed to be high and at the back, and he threw it low in the middle around a bunch of players. Like, damn.
We expect to do that better.
Somebody get Trey Lance a condo.
Let him have a place to live, man. He's got a lot of places
Jerry, why don't you let him move in with you?
Yeah.
Jerry got a guest house.
You got space back there in Highland Park. Yeah, there's room. There's room in the Pac-12 if you want to go there. Pac-12's down to 2 teams, and this small conference is a hiccup. It's a problem for those of us that are looking for an expanded playoff. We're going to get to that in just a couple minutes, and we have a rather unique idea on how to fill out the Pac-12. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to enjoy it. We'll be right back. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, presents
94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, Monday, October 2nd at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now for $120 per person or $400 per foursome. Plus, a hole-in-one shot for your chance at $50,000 or a $1,000 gift card. 94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, benefiting the Lupus Foundation of America, Lone Star Chapter. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks, Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, and Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. Net to clients was $2.8 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best barbecue in San Antonio. Tailgating or game watching? Build your own barbecue group pack with sliced brisket, turkey, pork loin, or meats of your choice, and all the classic barbecue sides. And let Smoky Mo's take care of the food while you cheer for the team. Early kickoff? Make everyone happy with Smoky Mo's breakfast taco boxes for a crowd. This season, we'd love to see you at our 7 Smoky Mo's locations, or order for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBBQ.com.
Are you playing in our Fall Golf Classic? We're expecting another sold-out tournament. Join the Blitz live at Slackers today to win your way in. We're going live at 2, and our Golden Tee tournament starts at 6. And the champ is winning a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic. It's today at Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, for your chance to win a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic and a 4-pack to the WWE SmackDown today.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
2 times the healthy blood pressure support? That's a number to rave about. Thanks to Superbeats Heart Chew's unique 2X ingredient that helps promote normal blood pressure nearly 2 times more effectively than diet and exercise alone. Superbeats is America's #1 selling beet brand and the only #1 cardiologist, doctor, and pharmacist recommended beet brand for heart health support. A clinical study showed that the key ingredient in Superbeats Heart Chews is nearly 2 times more effective at supporting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. And they're part of a brand with over 60,000 5-star ratings and reviews. So double your potential with a special offer exclusively for radio listeners. Get a free 30-day supply of Superbeats Heart Chews and 15% off your first order at getsuperbeats.com with code RADIO. That's a free 30-day supply and 15% off for radio listeners only at getsuperbeets.com, code RADIO.
Ever find yourself in a department store with a question, but you can't find anyone who actually works there, so you just wander? That's what it feels like when you call most banks. But at Frost, we have live customer service 24/7, so you can speak to a real human right when you call, every time you call. No phone tree, no bots. Just help from a real human when you need it. It's about being there for you. It's about more than money. Frost Bank.
Nobody brings you more value in fine jewelry than Diamonds Direct, and they're proving it again by rolling back interest rates to 0%. But you need to hurry. Now through Sunday only, you can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of 0.0%. A $6,000 ring is just $100 a month. But hurry, this radical offer ends Sunday at 5 p.m. Don't miss this once-a-year blockbuster deal. Hurry, 5 years, 0 interest financing. Get details and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Approved credit.
The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I love the theme. It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. Rudy and Rob.
I like that music, too.
I do, too, man. Nothing sets the table than a proper intro song.
We're problem solvers, Rob.
We
We don't dwell on solutions here, right?
And there's a lot of college football talk going on. So we've got a Pac-12 conference is only 2 teams. And because the Pac-12 next year will only have 2 teams, the ramifications of this are huge.
Right.
Because we're in this waiting period for this expanded playoff that's going to open the doors for teams to get in that would have never gotten in, especially now that you've got 16, 17 team conferences that were all, the way it would be set up. The original idea for a 12 team playoff would be conference champions from 5, a representative from the group of 5, and then 6 wild cards. 6
2-loss teams. Yeah.
Well, that's some bad news because the Pac-12 isn't full. The College Football Playoff Management Committee has shelved any talk of format changes to expand the 12-team field that's going to begin next year. They don't know what's going to happen with the Pac-12, and they don't want to decide, knowing full well if the Pac-12 evaporates, they'd have to redo the plan, or if the Pac-12 expands somehow in a manner at which where you can expect a viable championship team to come out of a conference that's led by Washington and Oregon State. They're essentially
so what are we waiting
West.
for?
Well, I think that there's a valid idea that Washington State and Oregon State at least deserve a bit of time to see if they can find a way to stay with the big boys. Why legislate them away? We got a 12 team coming.
Yeah, see, I don't get appeasing the asses despite the masses. Like, why do we got to wait around for the Pac-12 when we know there's nothing that they can bring that is going to move the needle? Like, you go get Fresno State, you go get San Diego State. That doesn't help us, our cause as far as the committee. So clearly, somebody that's still over there at the Pac-12 has some cachet inside of the committee's room, because no matter what they do or who they bring, Rob, they're not going to be worthy for us to wait around for.
The lame duck that is the Pac-12 commissioner, this guy George Klevikoff, was at the meetings, and he said, well, he didn't really talk. They didn't really come up, and I think you're right. But I do kind of agree. We got a 12 team coming. We know that we've got that first step.
At some point, for sure.
But we don't want the momentum to die, I don't think. And I get the feeling that if we let this kind of go away, we're all going to go, it's good enough as it is. There's been so much change. Why go even any further? But this is you got to do it when the iron is hot. You got to strike now. So I think we have a pretty good answer for this.
I like it.
Because the Pac-12 is this wide open. We'll consider it a wide open conference with, say, 10 spots. We'll let the Pac-12 be 12 teams.
Okay.
The idea of filling the playoff with a champion from every conference is one thing. But when you've got all of these teams in these super conferences, the hyper average, the super goods but not great teams are always going to be left out of the mix. And then the pecking order goes down to the teams that suck. And then you've got teams like Washington State, who could now be the only teams on the West Coast with any viable option for high D1 players. But you know what? Washington State could turn into a powerhouse in 2 years just because nobody in California wants to play in the snow. And they want mama to come see them when they come in wherever they might be going. So we don't know. So why don't we set aside 10 spots for the bad teams, or an area for good teams to go if they suddenly get good?
Okay.
So why don't we start relegating? Let's copy the
soccer,
the Euros. And if you're awful, you need to go away. You're a detriment to yourself and everybody else. So we have seen
bottom 3. Let's say bottom 3 from each conference, from the Power Fives, though.
We have a 12-team conference that will allow you to go and rebuild in a year, and also give you a continued opportunity to maybe squeak into a playoff. We saw Colorado bring in 86 dudes over a year. we know imminent turnarounds are possible.
That's fair.
But at the same time, consistent good efforts should give you an opportunity to go play with the big boys. So maybe you can rise out of what would be a Pac-12, and you win that thing. Guess what? You're a brand new member of the SEC, at least or the Big Ten. We'll give you a conference where you will land.
But if you suck, if you're bottom 3, you got to go to the Pac-12.
Like schools like SMU, who, by the very benefit of a massive endowment, get to buy their way into the party. You know what?
They're going to
TV
ACC.
be damned. We're going to the ACC. Well, you know what? SMU, if you can't fight the big dogs and you got all this money, guess what? You're last place in the ACC football. You're going to be playing against lesser teams next year. You're in the way. You can stay in the conference. You can play in the basketball thing.
Yes.
But when it comes to football, ain't nobody want to see you. Your team sucks.
So I'm looking at it. If, we did our relegation plan.
2-year relegation, by the way.
Yeah. Purdue is gone.
Yep.
They got to go to the Pac-12.
Go play in the sun.
Nebraska's out of here.
Oh, man. Nebraska never come back.
And from what it seems, it would be Indiana.
There you go.
And then you'd have Texas Tech.
Not a bad conference.
Texas Tech, Baylor, and OK State. As
Texas
it sits
Tech,
right
Baylor,
now,
OK State, Indiana.
Y'all got to
Purdue.
go to the Pac-12.
That's not a bad conference. That is no worse than the American.
What, the AAC or the ACC?
AAC.
Oh, yeah. No. That's on par.
And they would have a representative in the playoff. Why wouldn't that group of 5? Why wouldn't we allow a Pac-12 team? It just gives an opportunity, I think, for some of those schools that are in over their depth in 18-team conferences to go and win a couple of football games.
I mean, if you look at it from the ACC, if we stuck with relegation right now because of this a down year,
Wake,
Boston College, Clemson, and Virginia.
So Clemson
would have to go to the Pac-12 for a couple years.
Got to go, and you got to win your way out. It's not like you just get to come back.
Hey, it works for soccer or football, whatever you want to call it.
And you don't have to be champs. You got to be 500. You know what I mean? You don't have to get all the way back, but you're going to have to prove and have an idea that you're a viable football, because this is it. This is about us. This is all about the fan.
I kind of like this relegation plan. I like being a problem solver. I hate dwelling on, I like being a solution guy. I hate dwelling on the problem.
What, in your mind, find a solution for the Pac-12? Legitimately, what do you do here? I can't figure out an answer.
You die gracefully. I think
it go, and
I
like
think
the Southwest Conference.
I think of the movie Troy. What they're doing right now is you've agreed to fight to the death. You're about to die, and you run back into the castle. That's what the Pac-12 done. Y'all run back into the castle. No, die soldier's death. Die on your shield, Pac-12. You've meant a lot to this game. You're holding up the 12-team tournament. Your conference is dead. Die with some grace. Die with some dignity. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Yeah.
You're living on your knees right now, Pac-12. So San Diego State, Fresno State, everybody from the Mountain West, that's who y'all are waiting on to come and save you?
Pretty much.
Come on, Rob.
I agree. But who's to say that San Diego State can't become Oregon? I remember as a young man, Oregon sucked balls for 20 years. I mean, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Oregon was a joke in the Pac-12. No one cared. And they turned on the juice, and for the last 20, they've mattered.
But they have Phil Knight.
Well, who's to say that there's not a Phil Knight in San Diego State?
Right.
Who's to say there's not someone out there? I just can't imagine leaving the West Coast to itself. That the only place that the great talents on the West Coast can go to play and stay home would be USC and UCLA in the Big Ten. Or if they wanted to go and travel to play in...
I mean, you're still playing in Cali. You're just playing in a different conference.
But you're only playing in Cali half the time.
Because y'all been split up.
You're going to play games in the snow in December.
So if you're the Pac-12, okay, what? San Jose State, Hawaii, Colorado State, UNLV, Air Force, Fresno State, Boise State.
Yikes.
Yes. All right. That's go rob the Mountain West.
There's just now Boise State, I believe
I like Boise State.
They've shown
Air Force is 4-0.
No disrespect to a
Fresno
military
State
academy,
is ranked
but
25th.
And there is some there. And I can understand if I'm part of the Pac-12 or if I'm part of this larger power structure that's trying to decide, playoffs and national champions, your eagerness to move on. But I can't imagine just leaving the West Coast off. And it's the same way the NFL and every professional organization has looked at the West Coast, my gosh, the number of rooftops and the amount of money, and the fact of the matter is most of the time they don't even care
at all.
They're not going to watch college football. There's a reason why the Pac-12 dissolved is the fandom just ain't there. The best they could find was a subscription for their TV deal was for them to go sell subscriptions for Apple TV. That's the best deal they could find.
That's why I said die on your shield.
Well, I'm not even sure that shield's big enough to keep.
Yeah, man, this is bad. This is Orlando Bloom and Troy running back into the castle and having his brother go fight his fight. Like, come on, Pac-12. Don't be Orlando Bloom and Troy. Fight your fight.
Coming back.
Go away.
Dame's leaving the West Coast, too. Heading to Milwaukee. Huge deal went down yesterday. 3 teams, lots of players and ramifications that'll travel through for the next couple of years. Is there still some room for the Spurs to jump in on this? Is it too late?
They don't want it.
They don't either. I agree.
They don't want it.
The league changed. We're going to tell you how coming up next. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
4 Roses single barrel private selection. That's right. That's what we brought Rob, Jason, Joe, and I. We didn't get Rob a birthday gift, so we went out to Texas Cheer Liquor number 9 and dug into that private selection of Texas Cheer. Yeah, they get a private barrel, and my goodness, if all those that came out and taste tested that 4 Roses that they bought, it is fantastic. And that's just one of very many allocated bourbons they have. Greatest in craft brews, top shelf, all the thing and everything in between, making it the ultimate destination for all of your liquor needs. Family-owned business, Texas Cheer Liquor understands the importance of quality and customer service. That's why the staff is knowledgeable and friendly. Check it all out yourself. They offer online ordering at texascheerliquor.com, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
Football season is back, and there's no easier way for you to get in on the action than with Underdog Fantasy and their great pick'em game. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. I love playing the pick'em game because you can win real money. It is a fantasy game, but the cash is real, and it's legal in Texas. Pick between 2 and 5 players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, and you could win up to 20 times your money on a single entry by going 5 for 5. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their pick'em lobby. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code STAR, and your first deposit up to $100 will be doubled. Plus, your special pick in the pick'em lobby. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Go download the app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com.
Hello. I am Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. Since 1994, I have helped people injured in car, truck, and motorcycle collisions right here in San Antonio. I don't have a clever nickname. I'm not the law lion, the law gun, the hammer, or some other tool. I'm a practicing attorney. When your life is upended literally by a negligent driver, it can be overwhelming. Dealing with insurance companies is, in my opinion, intentionally complicated and frustrating. Why? The fewer dollars the insurance companies pay, the more they get to keep for themselves. You need an experienced attorney to help you make the best decisions for yourself and your family. And that's what I do. That is who I am. Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. I'm a phone call away, 210-900-0400. The call and the consultation are free with no obligations. My number again is 210-900-0400, or just remember, alawyer4us.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Hun, we need to stop putting off getting life insurance.
I know. It's just been so busy.
and I'm sure the cost is out of our budget.
Well, Jen told me that they got a $500,000 term life insurance policy from Ethos for less than $23 a month. All online with no complicated forms and no medical exam. All they had to do was answer a few health questions.
Wait, no medical exam and all online?
I know, right? It's not easy to think about, but if something happened to you, James and I would be...
Okay, I get it. Let's get a quote from Ethos right now. Wow, you were right. There's no medical exam, and Ethos makes the whole online process fast and easy. And look at these rates and coverage options. It's great protection and totally fits our budget.
Ethos. They've removed all the barriers from getting coverage. Go to checkethos.com to get your free online quote. That's checkethos.com. Quote based on a healthy, non-smoking 30-year-old male with a 20-year term policy. Rates may vary.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
That's Rudy. Hey, head out to Slackers today. Hope you have the perfect combination of good greasy food, the food truck right there on the side.
Yeah.
A drink, whatever it might be, and a perfect fade in the golden tee ball. It's hard to attain, but if you can get that perfect fade, you might actually win a foursome to our golf tournament on Monday. That's what's going on today at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar out at the North Star locale right there on Rector. The Golden Tee tournament starts at 6. The Blitz starts at 2. Fun will be had by all. Come out. They've got that. We've also got some 4-pack to go see the SmackDown WWE coming to town. That's tonight, Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Rector location for our favorite bar, Slackers. It's going to be fun tonight. Head out there.
Then we got the after party, the golf tournament at the 281 one, right? So it's the Slackers field, 4 or 5 days.
The finest bathroom in all the land.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to it.
Dollar Dame.
Dame Dollar, Dollar Dame, and all the same. Giannis, Dame Dollar, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez. New coach, though. Is that Adrian Griffin up there?
New coach.
Again, the new coach. It's a lot. It's a lot for a new coach. I'm not saying that Bud was the answer for it, but most times, when you make a blockbuster trade like this, that's a lot on one's plate.
Oh, you're just rolling the ball out. You got Dave, you got Freak, you got Middleton. What else you got to worry about? You got Brooke Lopez hitting threes and standing down in the paint. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy coaching against Spo, right? No problem.
To various reach in, we're going to talk about the ramification of Drew Holiday, who had to leave Milwaukee and land in Portland for them to get Dame. He ain't going to stay in Portland. He's about to get moved. And I do agree that Drew Holiday would be an excellent upgrade over Trey Jones if he was a point guard, 1. And 2, if he was of the mind to come to a bad basketball team for the next couple of years, which he ain't. And I say that comfortably knowing that he has he's got 1 year left on his contract. Whoever does trade for him is going to have to pay him a fair amount of money.
And the Spurs aren't in the business of paying a really, really good point guard almost $40 million.
Is he? I don't think he's a point guard. I think he's a lead guard. I'll give him a little bit of both.
I think he's a point.
You think so?
I think so.
And I think he could.
I think he scores the ball. He goes in the post. He's like that Gary Payton type point guard.
Yeah, I'll give you
guys
that.
in the post. But best two-way point guard in the league for sure.
I'll get defensively.
Two-way. Yeah, for
but
sure.
What I will say about him is, as good as he is on the court, as much as he means on the basketball side of things, both offense and defensively, he is one of the highest character cats. That family, the Holiday family, all of them. These guys do the things the right way. And universally, every team they've been on has missed them when they left because they bring something.
Yeah, and think, if I'm not mistaken, his wife's on the women's national soccer team.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think she is.
I've had 2
Mary DNA.
Just great, just a good guy. And I hate to say it, Rudy, you ready? He is a Spurs guy.
Oh, my God. I thought we were done
I'm
with
saying it that way, but, he is.
He is
in the
a Spur.
truest sense of the way.
He's a Spur. I agree with that.
But he won't be. He can't. He won't be.
No. What with our chance at the lottery was Dame. We don't have a chance at Drew Holiday. I don't think.
So Portland got Dame.
Maybe I would take him. Look, I'm not saying that I wouldn't take him, Rob, but I'm saying I don't know if that we'd be willing to make that happen.
And they worked. Portland worked to get the Miami deal. They did. You could tell that they let this.
I don't think they did.
You don't think so? I think they.
I don't think they wanted to give
offers.
him. Yeah, I don't think they wanted to give him what he wanted.
And Miami just wasn't going to do it. I think they did everything they could. And I know Dame doesn't like Portland, but I think Portland literally looked at it and did all they could.
Yeah, Portland was like, nah, man, y'all gonna give us Jimmy Butler?
It ain't enough.
We're not backing off.
It just ain't enough. And look what they ended up getting. They got a Drew Holiday and a pretty good haul. And they threw Phoenix in, and we had known that Phoenix was probably going to have to play a role in this because of their salary situation. And Ayton was a problem that needed to be fixed. It's just weird how they ended up doing it. I mean, it seemed like he had a problem with a coach more than anything else. They fired the coach and they ended up trading him away. And
if I was Portland, I'd fly Drew out and I'd talk to him and be like, look, man, I got a young whatever he is, whatever Scoot is. I got Ayton, I got Anthony Simmons. I would at least probe to see if I could get him, if I want him to stay. I would love for Drew Holiday for while we're figuring things out, to be Scoot's mentor.
Yeah, I get it.
Before I just start, all right, let me start working the phones. I'd ask, hey, man, you want to stick around here a year or two? I mean, it will be an expiring contract for Portland. What's the rush?
That's it. I'm not sure he doesn't start with a Portland uniform on, but I can't see him finishing the season. But the idea that you would you want to stay here in Portland with us?
Yeah, I would at least ask him.
I can't imagine that you would want to go through that, especially knowing that Philly wants him.
But the thing is, Rob, that doesn't make Philly better.
Well,
they couldn't. They did win with Giannis, because Phoenix, choked. But Embiid and Drew Holiday, does that move you?
Embiid, Holiday, and Maxey, yeah, it does. I think Philadelphia. The clock is ticking. How long before we hear from Embiid? Do you think it'll be today? I think it will be.
It's going to be Monday.
You think it'll be Monday?
Monday,
media day.
Yeah, you got media day. Then James Harden will be there, so he's going to be upset because they're going to be asking him questions about Dame, and they're going to be asking him questions about Harden, and then they're going to get to what is Daryl Morey telling you is happening. So I expect a tad bit of Six Flags fireworks from Embiid on Monday afternoon.
Would you trade
Harden for Drew Holiday? No.
What about Maxey?
You can't have Maxey.
I feel he is just about him.
I feel like he's their up-and-coming star.
Agree.
Yeah.
And I think anything I do is to keep Maxey and Embiid happy. But Embiid has every right today. Normally I get mad at players that come out and go, what about me? This team, what he has dealt with, he has every right to come out and say, all right, you got 72 hours or you won't see me on Monday either.
Right.
He has every right to do it. And because Philadelphia has completely shelved that. The third component of this deal was Phoenix, as they.
I like them getting Nurkic and Grayson Allen.
Allen's a good get, man.
Because Grayson's going to trip somebody, he's going to bite somebody, and he's going to knock down some open threes. That's all they need him for, right? That's a good pick. And Nurkic is injury prone, but when they have him, that's just like he's got 6, and he's a foul machine. So he takes some of the worst fouls I've ever seen. But now you have a guy that has legit 6 fouls to guard Joker
and an offensive player
and Anthony Davis, and he's got game around the basket. Yeah. He's one of the better big men passers. So he's going to play a fantastic role with Phoenix.
That team's going to put up some points.
Yeah, I like them. And they got my boy Bol. Don't forget about Bol up there in Phoenix.
They're going to get mad at him.
No,
see,
this is the thing, Rob. He's around KD and Booker and Bill. They're going to groom him. See, he's been around a bunch of kids, and they don't know how to act. So he's been a little immature punk. You're not going to be able to do that around KD and them.
Before we turn the page and start talking about things that really matter, like Taylor Swift going to a football game.
In New York.
Did you see yesterday Drew Holiday's quote? This was beforehand?
I think he already
Was
knew.
this planted? Did he said, I'm a Buck for life, and I mean that like deep in my heart. I don't want to play for any other team. That was a quote that he gave everybody on Monday.
I'm going to tell you what happened. Drew, because of what you just said, Rob, is such a great guy. Someone in the organization hit him up and said, hey, man, this may be coming down. Let your family know you might be. There's a good chance you could be on the move. There's a good chance. And so just buckle your seatbelt and get ready. I think because he's such a great guy, the mole let him know, like, dude, I'm not gonna let you get blindsided by this. I know you're in Turks and Caicos with the family.
Is that where he is?
I don't know.
Seriously?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I know you're on vacation. I know you're with the kids. I know you're busy, but I couldn't. We have such a good relationship, Drew. I want to let you know there's a good possibility that you're going to be traded for Dame Lillard tomorrow. And then Drew goes to Twitter.
Man.
So there's no way that's a coincidence. No way. I refuse to believe that.
A complete kick in the nuts if it's true, and he had no idea. A complete. That's awful. Hey, you
hear about those guys finding out from like their friends, like, hey man, did you just get traded? And he's calling around like, what do you mean? No, I didn't get traded. No, they would have told me, So no, they weren't going to do Drew like that. Too good of a guy. Somebody in the organization let him know that it was really, really close. And I could appreciate whoever that is.
The NFL's social media standing has increased significantly over the last week as the Taylor effect. The Swifties have joined the NFL and grown this thing to.
Taylor.
This is a ridiculous spinning part of the NFL. It's getting bigger, guys. On Sunday, Taylor Swift is going to attend another football game, prime time in New York.
She's going to see the fighting Zach Wilsons.
I've seen a lot of things in my NFL fandom
as
over
long
the
as
years.
she stays away from Woody Johnson.
We're going to talk about the Swiftie effect. And is this legit?
Are you saying, are they really dating?
I'm not a cynic, but I'm a cynic. We'll talk about it next. You're on R&R. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. As we're going to come back and talk about a couple of things. We'll be right back. This is R&R. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little flummoxed here. I want to talk about Arasti real quick. Arasti has been my go-to provider when I'm in pain. Everybody has a doctor, and you have a reason to go see a doctor when you're sick and you don't feel good. But so many of us live with things that are painful. So many of us have lower back issues that you never go see a doctor about. You go on the internet and you find an ice pack and you gut it out. Or you're one of those types that, I've got this sprain that my coach told me 30 years ago how I handle a sprained ankle, and that's what I'm going to do. And listen to me, don't let pain keep you out of life. There are fixes available to you that you never thought were available. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio, highly trained experts, medical experts to get you out of pain in ways you might not have thought of. Because normally when you think about getting out of pain, that's about taking a pill or maybe having some kind of surgery or some kind of long-term treatment program that doesn't make you feel any better. They tell you 6 months from now, we'll get you back. Nearly. That's not what Arasti does. Their idea about pain relief goes directly to your body's maximum potential to heal itself. They use your body to heal it. And how it works, man, I don't know. I can just tell you it works. So if you're dealing with a sprain or a strain, maybe it's a lower leg injury, maybe it's lower back injury, frozen shoulder, frozen back, and myriad of others, Arasti can fix, and they can fix it fast. When you walk into a Arasti provider, they're going to accept most insurances, and you never need a referral. Write this number down, 1-800-404-6050, 1-800-404-6050. Call them today. They'll see you soon, and they're going to get you fixed. Listen close. Don't let pain keep you doing things that you love. It's out there. It's worked for me, and it'll work for you. Call them today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later. The way that the NFL has structured this with Travis Kelce, the way that they have let this thing flow, it is mind-boggling.
Milk it.
It is.
So you got 12-year-olds tuned into NFL football. They've done Nickelodeon, they're doing Toy Story, and then along comes Taylor Swift and saves the day. It's just good business. I'm for it.
It's phenomenal business. But who'd have thought? And I know this is silly.
I don't know Taylor like that.
No one does. No,
not
we
me.
had no idea. Now,
I'm not a fan, but I'm not against her.
Travis and his brother have a podcast, and they were talking yesterday.
Travis and Jason, the best center in football,
and a great podcast.
Yeah,
they talk like brothers. And to Kelsey's credit, Travis's
which one?
Travis is the object of this. He handled it pretty well. Like, from here on out, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. She's bigger than I am. I know what I've benefited from.
So basically, okay, I'm gonna address it this one time, and that's it.
And it's gonna go away. And his brother's like, ha ha ha, yeah, sure.
No, it ain't going away. Let me look. We're announcing it 3-4 days ahead of time.
So they announced, oh yeah, she's coming to the game. This is one of those. Think about where the NFL found themselves 3 weeks ago. They had laid out this NFL schedule with Aaron Rodgers front and center most primetime weeks, whether it's Sunday night, Thursday night, 3 o'clock, whatever. So the very first primetime football game on Sunday night that they get to carry, they're not going to have Aaron Rodgers. In fact, the Jets are a breathing dumpster fire. So how do we fix this?
We get Taylor to come.
Let's get Taylor to come. And let's announce it 3 days before. I mean, I'm not cynic.
NBC prop bets. I smell prop bets. I'm thinking at least, because it's going to be a blowout, I'm thinking at least 12 cutaways. Minimum.
We're going to know where she is before the game. We're going to see the
popcorn box she leaving in.
We're going to see the popcorn can that she leaves in. We're going to see the limo too. We're going to see.
Only thing that can make it better is if the Jets pull an upset.
Which they can't write this, right? That's part of the ad campaign.
That's part of the script.
But it is a glorious media event. Do you believe that this is just coincidence?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they're actually kind of dating. Kinda.
How on earth?
The same. I mean, look, you and I and Edwin, like when we go on our date, we go have some wings, get to know each other. On this level, you go to NFL football games. So like this is kind of their, indirect way of dating. Like it's a different level of dating. You know what I mean? This is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. They're not going to go to, they're not going to Slackers and have a couple of tequilas, like, hey, I'll come to the game, and then after the game, we'll go get dinner at this really, really nice spot I like in New York. They'll throw us in the back when they have a nice steak. You can have your pear apple salad, and, we can chop it up a bit. It's a different level of dating.
If this was like June, I'd be down.
But because we're in the heart of football, it's taken away from me.
So manufactured, and so that they kind of met each other and they kind of liked each other, and then everybody's press agent, everybody's handler, from his to hers to the NFL, all kind of stood in the same hallway looking at each other as they're trying to pass time and realized, hey, wait a minute, why don't we talk? Let's figure this out, and let's all benefit from this.
Well, see, this last week was like genuine, like, hey, I'll go hang out with mom. This week, this thing is coming with perks. This week, you know how her dressing room looks before her concerts?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that box is going to be this week. Like, this is different. This is the NFL's jumped in on this. Like, hey, we're going to have a car service for you. We'll put you up in the whatever, the Ritz-Carlton, whatever they have in New York. You know what I mean? Like, this is an NFL production now.
Now it is.
Mama Kelsey, you can come, but I don't need you anymore.
Do you
this
think
is an NFL thing now? NFL has taken over.
Is it possible, and I don't think it is, for this to have occurred without any of us knowing? Do you think Taylor Swift could sneak in?
What?
I'm just asking, do you think that they could find a way? Because they snuck her out in a popcorn can.
No.
That there's no way she could.
Too big, too much
sneak into town.
No way. Because
get to the stadium without anybody knowing.
Because as soon as she lands at the Clearport in New York, that's where the private jets take on and off from. Paparazzi just hangs out there all day, and then everybody starts putting two and two together.
So there's no way they could have gotten her into the stadium, out of the stadium without anybody knowing.
Impossible.
Then if that's the case, they're inviting the circus. They want the circus. This is all a plan.
I just wonder when the Chiefs are gonna. I wonder when Andy or Patrick's gonna say, "All right, I appreciate the relationship. I respect it, but I'm not taking any more questions."
I think we're at critical mass, especially if there's some kind of crazy jet upset. and then the hammer falls.
Right.
And because then Andy Reid ain't talking about it anymore.
That ain't happening.
And then, no.
They don't get their doors blown off.
But if you're a cynic like me, the chances of that just rose when she said she was going. Yeah, the Taylor Swift effect. Hey, we're going to continue talking real sports. Coming back, Jerry Jones spoke on a lot of things yesterday that you need to hear. He talked about his offensive line. He talked about his quarterback. He talked about Zeke coming back to town. All of those will be part of the conversation. The Pac-12 is only 2 teams, but they are the roadblock to the playoff we all want. We're going to talk about that. And, of course, Dame's a Buck and Aiton's a Blazer. We'll talk NBA as well. Hang around with us. There's so much to do in so little time. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Patriots at 2:30 p.m.
Micah Parsons is on the ball.
And he's still alive.
He's still running. He's still moving with the ball to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Forgiveness is hard. It always will be because it involves hurt and memory. But that is precisely the reason why we must forge our way into the processes of forgiveness. To forgive is to give yourself the chance of a future that isn't anchored to a past grief. That doesn't mean that we forget, which is often thought forgiveness includes. Perhaps we will forget, but the reality is that we will go to our grave with some bad memories. But that doesn't mean that those memories should control our lives, impede our movement toward a better future, or continually dampen our optimism. Forgiveness is difficult and the process takes time, but forgiveness always takes seriously the experience of grief, pain, injustice, or just plain meanness, and says to it, no more. Today I choose to begin the process of healing in the control it has over my life and walk a brighter path. And remember, you might need someone to walk with you in this process. This is Mark Absher, the MacArthur Park Church of Christ. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
Are you playing in our Fall Golf Classic? We're expecting another sold-out tournament. Join the Blitz live at Slackers today to win your way in. We're going live at 2, and our Golden Tee tournament starts at 6. And the champ is winning a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic. It's today at Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, for your chance to win a team of 4 to our Fall Golf Classic and a 4-pack to the WWE SmackDown today.
Golfers, swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the hottest new fall arrivals from TaylorMade, Callaway, and Titleist. Come by and test drive the new TaylorMade P790 irons, the new Callaway Apex Pro iron sets, and the new Titleist T-Series irons. While you're there, get a free custom fitting on the new arrivals and more. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is your headquarters for all the latest golf gear from all the top manufacturers. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at edwinwattsgolf.com.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
Tour a Meritage home to start living the dream of owning a new home. Each Meritage home is built with the energy and money-saving features like spray foam insulation and high-performance air filtration. Check out any of our communities across the San Antonio metro area and find the perfect fit to start a life built better. Go to meritagehomes.com/San Antonio to learn more and to schedule a private or virtual appointment today. That's meritagehomes.com/San Antonio. Actual energy savings and performance may vary. Meritage Homes is an equal housing opportunity builder.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Thursday night football right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30 as the Lions take on the Packers for first place in the NFC North. Cowboys offensive linemen get some work all together yesterday. Biotis, Smith, Martin all worked off to the side with the rehab group yesterday at practice. And Billy Lucci of Texas Ag says quarterback Connor Wegman's foot injury suffered in Auburn is a season ender, and Max Johnson takes over.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up, wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Normally the other way in transition to the
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R, a Thursday edition, small Friday to you and me. We're glad you're with us today. Dame trade on the docket for sure. We're hearing from Jerry and Micah and a variety of other Cowboys as they prep for New England. And lots of stuff going on around the rest of the NFL we're going to cover. But first and foremost, Jerry spoke to the fan yesterday and really got in depth with his brand new offense that we really haven't seen a lot of. Some of this stuff we've been waiting on Brandon Cooks to get back. Some of this stuff we've been worried about offensive linemen being healthy. But the fact of the matter is, the sum total is red zone success has been fleeting, and we haven't seen anything taken off the top. We haven't seen this vertical game that you felt like Brandon Cooks was brought in to bring.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry talked about it. I mean, is this by
Vertical.
design? Is the verticalness gone because of this new offensive idea, protecting Dak, or is this just a wait and see? Well, he talked about the growth of this offense.
Well, it's not. I'd say it's not. It's fair. On the other hand, do we need to take advantage of Cook's speed vertically? Do we need to take advantage of Gallup's skills vertically, his ability to go up for the ball vertically? The answer is yes, and it's there. We can. The players can execute it. We know it's there. We'll have many situations where we'll take the time to do that, but the vertical game is live and well with us. But make no mistake about it, we've got in between the vertical game and the running game, you've got quite a few things we're doing different out there.
So you are calling plays kind of that limits Dak, but you're not going away from the vertical. Look, again, I appreciate him answering the questions as honest as possible, but I am a little bit confused.
They don't want Dak throwing a deep ball.
You sure?
No.
Not with this offensive line in shambles.
No, I think it's an all-in-all kind of thing. I think they want to throw open wide receivers. I think when the opportunity is there, it's his third check. I think they'd like to see Brandon Cooks running downfield, but this is not the intent. We got 3 games of this now. And if it wasn't, and Cooks hadn't been healthy, I think there's some of
They're
that.
taking a shot or two, not a lot. They're not taking Kellen Moore like shots.
And they, quite frankly, if you go individual games and vacuums, game 1 was in a driving rainstorm and was a pantsing of a team that, quite frankly, you didn't have to. Game 2,
got out to an early lead.
You got out early. Your offensive line was in trouble. You probably weren't in as big a trouble as you thought by McCarthy's estimation, and I think they just kind of forgot about it. I think they just got in a situation where there are other things that they were successful with. Between the 20s, they didn't have to worry about throwing it deep. They were moving the ball.
And the other thing about that game, Rob, and that makes me scratch my head. This whole thing with the refs. Normally, when your team, you can tell that your team is like, a little bit on edge about the refs. You go in and you say, hey, we can't worry about the refs. We got to do what we do. But McCarthy and Jerry had a meeting prior to the game about this referee crew. And I can't believe it. And then now it kind of makes sense as to why CD acted like a child on Sunday.
What's crazy is we knew walking in the game, we saw the crew that was out there, and and visiting with Mike before the game, we knew there were going to be a lot of penalties. We knew there were. This crew throws flags. And so they were going to be, but they'll throw them on both sides. And obviously. And so we knew that. Did that factor in? I don't know. All of those things are hovering there for you to think about. And there's no question the timeliness of those crews. I really don't know if a high flag game helps the lesser team. It very well could. It's like we've always assumed that bad inclement weather will help the lesser team. You've always assumed that and thought that. I don't know if it's the case or not on penalties, but certainly they were a factor out there. But they got theirs too.
You know what? When you're playing a bad team and you get flagged 16 times, it does help the lesser team, in my opinion.
So 11 times in the first half. I mean, they got.
So they cleaned it up in the second half.
It kept them close. But you brought it up. I get the sense that they came in
worried about
it, ready for it, and are thinking, okay, I'll get this flag because they're throwing flags right and left. We don't in the NFL. It's always a singular call that we worry about.
It's not the volume.
It's not the crew that rolls in, the over officious jerks that are gonna have the manual open, the playbook, and you broke Rule C, Section 7, and I don't normally call this flag, but we're going to throw when you come in with that, and you talk about the NFL trying to be, TV friendly and the way they handle spots, and you got other games following, and you got a bunch of stuff going on. There are time limits. I'm surprised the NFL has a crew that everybody knows is over.
I thought that was only the NBA.
Exactly.
You don't really hear this much in the NFL, but then again, we only cover the Cowboys, so I've never really heard that. And for Jerry to go in and say, well, we knew it was going to be a lot of penalties. You knew it was going to be 16 a lot.
Well, there's something about talking about the refs after a loss that just
don't sit well with your spirit.
You can't do that. If you're going to talk about the refs, you better talk about them before the game.
Well, Jerry and Mike did.
Well, I'm saying to me.
Oh, you're talking to the media.
You better come out and say, oh, by the way, we just saw the ref pulls, and these guys throw a lot of flags. I think if you're going to bring it up, and he walked the line to where he's not going to get fined. But
and who's to say? Because I heard Micah say this too. Now Jerry doubled down. Why are we saying that the Cardinals are the lesser team?
Well,
why are they the lesser team?
I think we're going to find out. I think that we're going to find out that they're better than we thought they were. Certainly the Cowboys was proven, but I think in the grand scheme, the Cardinals are a better football team all the way around. But it doesn't matter what is real; it's the perception, and the perception of the team was they were 0-3, had lost to the Commanders, had given up a 20-point lead to the Giants, 0-2. They were the lesser team, and the refs came in and called a home cooking kind of game. It felt like
their running back was just as good. Their quarterback was better.
And the Cowboys accepted the fact that flags were going to be called and expected the fact that they were going to get the benefit.
CD acted like a little brat. CD owes a game. Like, sometimes when you walk in the locker room, hey, guys, last Sunday that was on me. I got to be better than that. I got to be a leader. I got to play through that stuff. I got y'all this week. That should be what CD's battle cry was on Wednesday when they got back to practice yesterday. That was on me Sunday, fellas. I didn't do a good job of getting separation. I let the refs get to me. I'll be better this Sunday. Count on it.
Did you feel that way from Micah?
Yes,
I did.
Micah's always accepting of when he doesn't play well. He holds himself and his team accountable, and I can appreciate that.
I'm not sure that he didn't take accountability. CD didn't.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying that should have been what he said yesterday when they returned back to the facility.
But Micah owned it from the get-go.
Yes, always.
And he, to the detriment of the team. I mean, he came out like, yeah, we didn't hustle, we didn't run, we didn't hit, and the red zone wasn't successful. We got issues. I mean, he talked about it openly and honestly to the point where
to the podcast and then to the media, because see, I didn't know how Micah was going to be with the media now that he started this Micah on Edge. Because when you got your own platform, what do you need us for? But he was still pretty good yesterday.
And will continue to be as long as they're losing. That's what it's really easy to get that kind of peak there. The idea of talking about officials.
Hey, man, Pop and Phil Jackson used to do it all the time. Pop would come in, hey, Tim Duncan's the best power forward to ever play. He only shoots 2 free throws. Are you kidding me?
True.
You see what I'm saying? Phil Jackson. Well, Shaq's getting beat up down low. Is it, and then in the NFL, Rob, they don't talk about it. They send tape.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like, hey, this team, like, let's say for example, they're playing the Patriots. And the Patriots defensive line is known for holding offensive linemen so their linebackers can make tackles. When the Cowboys see that on tape, they send it over to the league office, and then the refs look for it. That's what they do in the NFL. They send over video of the little stuff that teams do in the trenches.
But it's too late by that point.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I'm saying before the game,
ahead of time.
Yeah.
But it's too late after to bring it up. You got to bring it. I'm sure they did send tape.
Oh yeah,
and I'm sure that I would like to think they made the league know that, hey, man, these refs,
they suck.
These refs, I don't know if they're suck against everybody else, but against us, there's a lot of flags. We're used to it.
There was 24. The Cowboys got flagged 16, and the Cardinals 8. So 24 flags, which can make a game go from 3 hours to 3:30, 3:40.
Hey, coming back, let's hear from Micah. We talk about his podcast and all the things that he says, but some of the stuff that when you hear a player take ownership, you appreciate as he
like Micah.
I really do. I like him to the extent I think he's being given too much leeway. I think his availability to the press at some point will be a point of an issue.
He's Draymond.
He will sit in front of Jerry at some point, and there will be a discussion as to how far we go. But let's go how far we can. Hear from Micah talk about adjustments that need to be made, how far the players need to go, and everything that is required to beat a New England team that's coming home with a familiar face. Zeke's coming home. There might be plans next. Hang around. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday. We got football. I don't know where you're going to watch the game. I know where you should be watching it. That's at Twin Peaks, because you know what's going to be on those screens. Twin Peaks and football, they go hand in hand like 29-degree cold beer and an icy mug. Let me tell you, Twin Peaks is waiting on you today. Get over there and watch the football game the right way with everything you need to complete an evening of fun. You're looking for something to eat, whether it be happy hour specials, whether it be something light and easy, or maybe it's ready to go get something chewing on for a football game. They've got it all scratch-made coming out of the kitchen. If you're looking for a special made drink and specials all evening long during Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football or Sunday Night Football or Sunday Day Football or Saturday Football or any other sport, they've got that. And then they've got the regular parties. Friday tomorrow, they got the bourbon and brews going on all evening long. The bourbon is there. It's the very best. Then you add in the lingerie, and that's a party at Twin Peaks. 4 locations waiting on you, 151 and 410, Days of All on I-10, Loopland, and, of course, the brand new location. If you haven't been out to the one on IKEA Drive, you need to go. Twin Peaks. The eats are always scratch-made and ready for you. The drinks icy cold by an expert mixologist, but the honest truth, why do we go? It's so easy. It's those scenic views.
Texas A&M football is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday at 10 a.m., it's the Aggies and Arkansas Razorbacks in an SEC battle presented by Ewald Kubota, Just Pots, ABC Home and Commercial Services, The Angry Elephant, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Nobody brings you more value in fine jewelry than Diamonds Direct, and they're proving it again by rolling back interest rates to 0%. But you need to hurry. Now through Sunday only, you can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of 0.0%. A $6,000 ring is just $100 a month. But hurry, this radical offer ends Sunday at 5 p.m. Don't miss this once-a-year blockbuster deal. Hurry, 5 years, zero interest financing. Get details and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Approved credit.
The San Antonio Quarterback Club is celebrating their 76th year. The San Antonio Quarterback Club meets every Tuesday and is a proud supporter of Gridiron Heroes Spinal Cord Injury Foundation. This week's speaker is UIW head coach Clint Killaw and former Cardinals coach, now Texas State head coach G.J. Kinney. Should be a great conversation that begins at 11 at the Corey Golf Club. The San Antonio Quarterback Club. For more info, go to saqbclub.com. That's saqbclub.com.
Is it just me, or is it always a struggle to take a good family pic? Between getting everyone to smile and finding the right outfits, it's not easy. Luckily, I shopped Kohl's Friends and Family sale and got 20% off styles that are perfect for our upcoming photos, and the rest of fall too. I got myself a flannel for $27.99, my daughter jeans for $24.99, and more, which put a smile on my face. Now to get one on everyone else's. Select styles. Offer ends October 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-627-3604. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-627-3604. That's 800-627-3604. What do you have to lose? Call 800-627-3604. Again, 800-627-3604.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. In the short amount of time I have to talk to you, I want you to remember two things. First, if you or a family member is injured in an auto collision, remember, you need to call an attorney as decision. I don't have enough time to tell you the many, many reasons why, but trust me, the earlier you contact an attorney, the better. Second, when you call is as important as who you call. I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've been representing people injured in motor vehicle and trucking collisions for 28 years. Each place their trust in me to do everything it takes to attain a just and fair recovery and to get honest, trustworthy legal advice. You can trust me to do the same for you. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400 or at my website, lawyerforus.com.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back to San Antonio's Sports Star.
Top of the morning to all.
Weekend beginning the right way. The Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar will play host, the Rector location. We'll play host to our Golden Tee tournament. It's your last opportunity to win a chance to play golf with us on Friday. Not a chance, you'll win. You will be playing with us The winner of our Golden Tee tournament tonight will have a foursome to come play tournament golf with us on Monday. It is time for our San Antonio Sports Fall Classic. Out at Olympia Hills. The fun starts at 9 and it goes all day long. Brought to you, of course, by the law offices of Jesse Hernandez. We call him the Texas Chocolate. You just need to call him when you need him. Flight by Yingling Twin Peaks. Renewal by Anderson Meritage Homes. And don't forget the post party. That'll be at one of the other slackers, the one at 281 and Thousand Oaks. Afterwards, where the Blitz will be sitting comfortably and everything will benefit the Lupus Foundation of America, the Lone Star chapter. Come out and see us. Come out and play. That's Monday. Come out and see us tonight.
You gotta bring your new clubs out there.
I gotta hit.
You got a brand new set
they're
of clubs.
They're pretty and they're shiny and there's no scuffs on the bottom. I haven't broken anything and the grip's still got some stick to them. You know, it's the golf.
Have you hit them at all? Oh, you in the backyard, right?
I've hit my 5-iron with some of those cheapy plastic balls, and then I had one golf ball that I
crank it
sent
into your neighbor's house a mile away.
I don't know who I hit, but it was straight down the road, man. That was
down the road.
I don't know. Let's not bring that up. I have a feeling, and this is just I have no proof that there's a target range close to me that my neighbors used to shoot.
Like guns?
Yeah, I think they shoot guns. So if hitting a golf ball,
I didn't know
up
if you
there.
meant golf. Yeah, well, if they shoot guns, you get a golf ball.
I don't feel so bad.
Even though if you get hit by a golf ball, it might feel like a gunshot.
If you're playing our pro football pick'em contest, as we all are, don't forget to get your picks in. We got a game tonight. If you haven't begun that, go to
Pledger's in second.
I think he is too. SASportsStar.com is the place to go. We've got everything you need for your pro football pick'em contest and prizes to go along with it. Awesome Tickets is going to offer $1,000 toward your ultimate sports experience. That's the local part, and somebody local going to win that. $50 gift card every week to Five Oaks Ace Hardware. I saw Jason Minix out there the other day. I don't know if Jason knows what to do in a hardware store.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's the guy that had to call somebody to put together his Traeger. I'm just saying. What are you doing in a hardware store, Minix? What exactly are you buying? Did your lovely wife send you out there for some tools?
Oh, damn. Shots fired.
Ah, see,
he don't know what he's doing there.
He freely admits it. It's a point of pride to him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't use tools. Yeah. I pay people to use tools. I wish I was there.
But he does have a trunk organizer from AARP.
Does he really?
Because on Friday nights, we take the equipment back to his car, and he opens the trunk on this beautiful, beautiful vehicle. And there's this trunk organizer there. And I'm just like, yes, he does. He has the trunk organizer in there from AARP.
Is it organized?
It's really organized.
Does he have a roadside hazard kit available to him at any time?
First aid.
Of course.
Extra pair of drawers. A couple pairs of glasses.
His roadside
it's
emergency
really nice.
kit is his phone. What? He ain't doing nothing. You think he gonna get out and change a tire?
I'm not either. I'm not changing no tire. That's what I pay for roadside for. I'm not changing the tire. It is 2023. And I'm paying someone to do that.
So you would sit 2 hours on the side of the road rather than spending 5 minutes to go out and change the tire.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Really? I mean, I'm all for having somebody else do it, but I ain't waiting 2 hours.
Well, look, if they tell me it's going to take 2 hours, it's clearly.
Any quick? Have you ever had somebody show up quick? I've never called, but I've had to wait on a tow service, and it's never. Oh, we'll be right there, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, it normally takes a while.
It's never been that.
Well, this is the thing, though. Like, okay, in fairness to me, when the one time that I did have a flat here, I had a car that I couldn't change it. The lug nuts had a lock thing. And they don't want you changing it. They wanted me to spend $500 on their tire, and there was no spare in that said vehicle. I won't go into that. I'm traumatized by that car.
I took great pride in training.
I know how to train. I know how to change a tire.
Flat. I know you do.
No, I'm talking to Cowboy Suck on YouTube. Says just say you don't know how to change a tire. No, my pops taught me how to change a tire.
I mean, yeah. So
I know how to change a tire. I just pay a monthly fee for people to do these things for me.
Well, I pay the fee so my wife doesn't have to do it. I pay the fee so my.
So you want to get out on the highway and be that guy?
I've done it.
And get taken out by a texting driver?
Dude,
we do text and drive now.
I'm with you. But I also go start the stopwatch, baby. Let's see if we can get this done under 5 minutes.
You just
I go NASCAR on this. All right, baby. Don't even stop the car. I can get this thing changed in 5 minutes.
Well,
Ready?
hey,
hack.
I think there is a bit of manliness, sexiness to it, right? You know what I mean? Like your wife kind of looking at you like, "Good job, baby." I love you. It's something to that.
Now, if I have to open the hood, ain't nothing going to happen then.
No,
I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing and talk about Nardinals and Scroggins and lines and stuff, but I can't fix that. So, but if I can get under the flat, man, that's about the manliest thing I got left in my life.
Now, see, I don't know because I don't have a lift on my truck. But I don't know if I could change it on my truck because it's like that jack's got to be pretty high.
When I had,
you see what I'm saying?
When pickups, you almost have to go get one of those better jacks. Just
that real jack that they got at the tire shop.
The one that weighs about 100 pounds. You got to almost have that little scrolly thing that ain't going to work out very well.
But I remember when I had a flat and I didn't change it, you made San Antonio come after me. Like that lasted like 6 months.
Of the road. It was literally in your garage, in your driveway, dude. I mean, there's no excuse. And then you left town.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
That's back in the San Antonio Sports Star lore. It's in the manual. We don't go back on things like that, but that was one of the funniest things that I have ever dealt with. And another thing, we just dealt with flats a whole lot more back then.
Right.
Tires are better now. 100 times better. I don't know how many flats I had, but back in the 80s, tires were pieces of crap, man. We had flats all the time,
right? Or is it was because the city was under construction?
No, it's just the quality of I think tires are just better. I mean, there was no run flat. What a gift from God that is.
Yeah. Oh man, run flats are the best,
man.
Because this way, you could get to at least a pump or something.
My wife ran on a run flat for like 200 miles.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, "What is this?" I was like, "You got a flat." She's like, "Well, this light's been on for like a week. Like that little half thing that looks like a little that's your tire. You've got a flat." She goes, "I didn't see a flat. Like you're flat." That's what's
because those run flats, it's tough to tell.
No, you can't. So I checked and there was like 2 pounds of pressure. I mean, it was legit flat. She'd been on it for 2 weeks.
Damn. Now see, I'm not that bad.
Well, she probably doesn't. I hope she's not listening.
No,
I'm sure there was an extenuating circumstances. Hey, we woke up. Well, we got home from work yesterday with some huge news from the NBA. Dame got traded. Micah spoke as well, and worthy of listening. So we're going to hear from both Micah. We're going to talk about the Dame trade, the effects of the NBA. How does it affect the Spurs in particular? And is there a deal to be made with the wreckage that is all these players that moved around? We're looking closely at that. But coming back, let's talk directly. And hear directly from Micah Parsons.
Let's do it.
He's due. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Here's what's on tap tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday Night Football. The Lions and Packers battle it out beginning tonight at 6:30. Presented by Yingling Traditional Lager and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
The pandemic is over, but COVID-19 is here to stay. In fact, it's still among the top 5 leading causes of death in the U.S., just after heart disease and cancer. So this fall, stay up to date with the latest COVID-19 vaccines, just like you do with the flu, because you've got no time for 19. The vaccine may not be for everyone. Please consult with your doctor. Brought to you by Moderna.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Accused of a crime? Our team of former prosecutors turned criminal defense attorneys can help you be a step ahead of your legal problems. The LaHood and Norton Law Group knows both sides of the criminal justice system. Our team is your best defense. Let us be your legal bodyguards. We can handle all criminal cases, state or federal. Call us to review your case at 210-797-7847. 7700.
Hey man, looking good. It's Stitch Fix. I'd like to thank my stylist for making me look so great. They always get my fit just right. They send clothes that work for me and my budget. They even found me my favorite pair of jeans. I'd like to thank Stitch Fix because let's get real, I couldn't make this style happen on my own. They just make everything so easy. So thank you, Stitch Fix. They just get me, and they'll get you too. Stitch Fix. Take your style quiz today at stitchfix.com.
Wow, Total Wine really does have everything. I found your favorite bourbon, an awesome vodka. Oh, and Ruthie.
Ruthie?
That's me. Always happy to help. Honey, Ruthie found that amazing Cabernet you loved.
Oh, yeah. That Cabernet was really good.
And we have it for the lowest price in town.
We've got to get another bottle. So glad we found Ruthie.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, be 21.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts for the power, performance, and reliability of a new Superstart battery. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As the leaves change, leave the hiring to Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates, all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 6:45 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
Do you like a certain amount of chaos?
Conflict is good.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I do. I like healthy chaos. I don't like the BS.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
It's R&R in the morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. We wake to huge news. It went down yesterday afternoon. Dame Lillard is now a Milwaukee Buck. We'll discuss the ramifications of that deal in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's talk Dallas Cowboys with Micah Parsons, the best player on that team. And, the attempt to be called the best player in all of football as he chases the league MVP. Losing to a bad football team is no way to go get an MVP. Even if it's not your fault, you just can't. You can't be on a losing team, especially losing to bad teams early on, and be considered a most valuable player. He talked about what's going to be required and the adjustments that are going to matter.
It's not so much about what they do to me. It's about how I react to it. So I'm not really worried about how people challenge me. I know it's always a face and it's always a challenge of different ways of scheme, whether it's screens, draws, run away, want to do sprint pass away from me, things like that. It just matters about how good I play and how I react to it. So I don't really get phased about it. I just try to stay patient. I know my time's coming. You just got to take it as, just take it with the game. No one's just going to let me pass rush whatever time's the game and just say, hey, Mike, if you can win, just win, Like, that's just not the reality of it. So I just got to be patient and just wait for my opportunities and make it my game,
Mike, a very stoic response.
I like that theory. Like, I don't care what scheme or anything that they throw at me. It's about how I react to it. I can appreciate that.
A mature, beyond his years attitude.
For sure.
Mean, that's a guy who understands exactly how good he is. I'm good enough to react to any of it. I just got to be prepared to react.
I respect that.
And
I like Micah.
More and more, he is growing into the leader that we want him to be, above and beyond just the athletic prowess that he comes into it. But he also realizes that, we can talk about scheme, we can talk about plan, we can talk about prep, but at the end of the day, the coaches can only take you so far.
I think, the coaches can only do so much. They can put this game together, but it goes out to the players. I guarantee every person in that locker room is hungry and ready to fix it. Because as soon as we lose, we're like, man, what happened? We like, this happened. Hey, how are we going to fix it? And that's from everyone, all the leaders, even the guys coming up, just like, man, I think it kind of surprised some of the young guys because how good we've been. And I was like, man, this is the NFL. This is what happens, any given Sunday. That's why you always got to come with everything you got. So I give it to all the guys, man. We want to learn and we want to get better and we want to become champions.
Champions?
Were the Cowboys ready to play on Sunday?
No. Well, I think everybody got a plan till you get punched in the mouth, the famous words of Mike Tyson, and they got punched in the mouth. I mean, you come out the gate, and was it Dobbs or was it Connor that had the 44-yard run? Was it Dobbs? Connor. Yeah, Dobbs comes out the gate with a 44-yard run to start the game, and it's just kind of like, oh, what have we gotten ourselves into? You know what I mean? And it just got worse and worse and worse.
Do you blame McCarthy?
Yeah, I blame McCarthy.
I do.
I blame Jerry. I blame Micah in the defense, Dan Quinn, everybody. Like, I don't think anybody loses a game alone. No specific thing. I mean, CD, I throw him in there. Everybody.
It started on Friday when we had McCarthy on, and he'll be back on tomorrow morning, 6:45. He was the offensive line didn't matter. He was so, I was going to say,
it was
deluded.
way too laid back.
It didn't matter to him. Oh, yeah, we expect him to be fine. And even if he does, it just felt like, yeah, this is Arizona. We are riding high. The practice, he had a good week of practice. We expect to roll into Arizona and have a home game. That's how it felt.
First of all,
the way he
we did ask about it. And he said, hey, our fans, our Cowboy fans, but no, I don't think anybody's ready to play. But the whole offensive line situation, and we talked with Clarence Hill, Fort Worth Star Telegram. We'll be joining us every Tuesday around 7:30. Let us know, dude, we should have been better preparation as far as the offensive line went. It was way too laid back. I said, hey, Zach Martin, Tyler Biadasz, pretty much told us nothing to see here.
They expect to play, and if they don't, the other guys will be fine. And the strange thing about what we're talking about here is it's not like the offensive line and their play affected the outcome of the game. The line was fine.
Yeah, super fine.
I didn't see he wasn't under duress. And even McCarthy spoke to, maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive early, but I was worried about this offensive line.
One 7-step drop. Should have been more aggressive on first and second. Jerry says they are calling plays to kind of limit what Dak does. I don't know. I believe both things. I think, to go RJ Ochoa, I think both things can be true. Meaning, it was a little bit conservative because of the offensive line, but I am a little bit conservative because I got to protect Dak from throwing interception.
Jerry will be here just after 9 o'clock talking about this Dak performance and the change in the offense that by effect has limited what Dak is able to do. Hey, but if we're worried about all this, Micah says everything is, it's fixed.
All right.
Yeah, we were just beating ourselves. Obviously, the penalties and people coming out of their gaps and things like that. But everything's fixed. And, everything's getting fixed, and we're looking forward to prove it this week.
There you go. It's all over but the cry. New England coming into town, bringing Zeke Elliott. Just after the 9 o'clock, we're going to hear from Jerry talking about this effect. And Zeke, his absence from the Cowboys, its effect on the red zone. And if we're going to throw a little party for the guy. Do a little something for him, a little big video.
He didn't
board
want to give it
tribute.
away though, Rob. He didn't want to give it away, but he said, by not giving it away, I'm answering your question.
And I think he's kind of excited about it. This might be kind of cool.
I told you. I was like, hey, man, they did one for the Spurs, did one for DeJounte Murray. They better damn well do one for Zeke. Are you kidding me? You know, Zeke spoke to the media too, and you know, that Patriots media is trying to get nostalgic with Zeke, but they don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not Zeke.
No, he's not down.
He's not
like
a
that.
nostalgic dude,
Nah.
like, hey, you know, I just really love that. That's not Zeke. And I see the Patriots working, but they'll get to know him.
Yeah,
They don't know him like we know him, Rob.
Yeah, Zeke's in the moment. That's it.
Yeah.
He is right here with us, but he ain't behind us and he ain't in front of us. He's right here with us.
Right.
We're going to talk Dallas Cowboys. We're going to talk trade. And when we come back, I want to talk about, did the Spurs miss a golden opportunity? Was this a chance that they just let walk away? But first, Tri-County Meat Market's waiting on you today. Tri-County Meat Market on a Thursday for football? Oh, my goodness. Surprise your significant other. Treat yourself on the way home. Go grab yourself one of the biggest, prettiest steaks you can find at Tri-County Meat Market. Try a porterhouse. You know, that's one of those big old steaks that doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's better than a T-bone. It's from a different part of the cow. Or maybe you like those bone-in or bone-out ribeyes. They're going to be stacked deep and ready for you when you walk into Tri-County. And hey, maybe the red meat's a little bit heavy for you today. Maybe you're looking for something a little bit light on the lighter side. Maybe you want some chicken fajitas. Maybe maybe you're looking for a brand new in-house made hot dog, the likes of which you ain't gonna find anywhere else. That's why I love Tri-County, and that's why you should treat yourself on a Thursday afternoon. Head in, first responders. You're getting 10% off, and no matter who you are, you walk in, you get the 5 for 25 deal, the best in San Antonio. Go there and find out for yourself. That's Tri-County Meat Market over on Hebner, out on Ralph Fair. A great meal always starts with great meat. And where do you get that? That's Tri-County Meat Market. Grab some of that great meat, and I know you're going to be thanking me later. Here we sit. The deal happened. They moved.
I like it.
And
I like it for the NBA. Still a little bit of that NFL shine a la Taylor Swift, man. The NFL can't get all the wins.
Now, Miami refused to deal. They didn't want to give up whatever that was. You don't know what it was, but they weren't going to give it up to bring in Dame. But when you look at the haul and when you add in what Phoenix brought to the table, Spurs had a chance, man. If they wanted Dame, they could have gotten him.
Right. Well, before I go to the Spurs, I think what happened with Portland and Miami, Rob, is, you know, sometimes you'll call an entertainer and they'll say, hey, what's it going to cost to get you to do this? And the entertainer will be like, it's going to be like $5 million, because they don't want to do it. I think that's what it was.
You don't think they just didn't want Dame and Jimmy together?
With Portland was like, hey, man, if y'all want Dame, we want Jimmy. Because they know it's not going to happen. Like, Portland didn't want to deal with Miami because they didn't want to give Dame his way. That's why Dame is taking shots at the organization on his way out. He know they weren't negotiating in what a player would deem good faith. Now, that the deal got done, yes, the Spurs probably should have thrown their hat in the ring, but I think the Spurs agree with what your take was yesterday, Robin. I want to see what we've been grooming here first. Like, we've been grooming these guys, and we've been teaching them the system, and we've been teaching them our defense, and we've been teaching them our way. Maybe there's something here where this group can be Denver. And like in years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe there's something here. We like where the progression of Malachi. We like what we're seeing from Jeremy and knowing his role, and Keldon and Vassell. If we're healthy, we got Devontae Graham and we got Dougie McBuckets. We got a nice little core vets. Maybe we have something here where we don't have to get desperate and pull the trigger on something like a Dame Lillard. Let's see what we have first.
I get it. I'm with you. But
I would have wanted Dame, but I get where they're coming from.
Because I can tell you this, if they'd have swung a deal that would have involved, and you figure they don't really have a Drew Holiday. They didn't have that, but they did have something akin to DeAndre Ayton. And certainly when you're talking about draft picks and pick swaps, they could have been right in the thick of it. And especially when I saw the Suns jump in on this and knowing the space they had to clear. Okay, so the Spurs weren't involved and we can go 50-50. I don't care. But there is a guy that's still hanging around that's going to be this trade isn't done, in that Drew Holiday is, in most people's estimation, is not going to be a Portland Trailblazer for long, if at all.
Yeah, I haven't heard one person say that Drew's going to play for Portland.
So his contract's he's got 1 year left. You got to figure anybody who's going to make a deal for him.
I thought he just signed. Wow, I didn't know it was up 1 year left. Go ahead.
So they're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to negotiate, extend, or do something to make that deal. Drew Holiday will make a really good team great. But I don't think there's a team out there that is really good looking to go great. I think there's only great teams. Only contenders are going to be chasing Drew Holiday right now.
Yeah, because you don't want to get in a situation where you'll only have him for a year.
Right,
I mean, now Mark Cuban rolled the dice with Kyrie because we all thought that Kyrie was going to walk during the offseason, but Mark Cuban was able to bring him back in. But that's always scary for a team. Like, man, this guy doesn't want to be here. A la DeMar DeRozan with us. Like, we knew DeMar was going to walk. We knew he never wanted to be here. He didn't ask to be here. And I think that's where you're at with the team. Like, if I'm going to trade for Drew, I want him to sign the paper as soon as he walks through the door.
Any real losers in this deal?
Not really.
I don't think so, right?
Not really, especially if you're Portland. You're getting some picks back. You're getting DeAndre Ayton. You got Scoot. You got Anthony Simmons. I like what they did. Phoenix, you didn't want to carry that much salary with Beal and Booker and Durant and Ayton. And then you get a big back. You get a shooter that can spread the floor. I think Phoenix, to be honest, is in just as good a position to go to the finals now as Milwaukee.
Good point. You had Nurkic, Allen, and Little. And Nasir Little, we think is going to be good. We really haven't had a chance to see him because he's been hurt. There's a lot of skill there. But you had Nurkic, who is an adequate fill for Ayton. He's got more offense. I'll give you that. But he's also got 6 fouls. He's going to foul out every other game he plays. But Grayson Allen is a dude that adds some edge to a team that probably needed a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, I mean, now you're looking at Giannis, Dame, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, and Pat Connaughton as your starters, with Bobby Portis coming off as your 6. I don't know if there's a better 6.
How many? So it's going to be Portis and then like every other Antetokounmpo brother?
Yeah.
Cousin? That's going to be every other Antetokounmpo?
Yeah, no, we don't talk about that enough. Like, give me some help. Well, can I cut your brothers?
No.
Can I get your brothers the hell off this team?
I think Milwaukee's first number 1 in the East right now. I don't see anybody better. I think Boston's right there, and maybe even.
But what about the Heat? You see, this is why they end up in the finals 2 out of the last 3 years, because we continue to count them out. And keep in mind, Boston did sign your favorite player in Porzingis.
You forgot the unicorn is wearing green. I can't wait.
They got Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White. Did you forget that?
I did not. I actually did. But what I will tell you is, I think there's still a power struggle in Boston. I think that there's still a little bit of a
with Tatum and Brown.
I still most talented team. I just like Giannis is now in a situation where he can truly flourish. He's going to have more room.
How do you play? How do those two play together? Because Giannis ain't a pick and pop guy.
No, but
so I can't pick him.
Brook Lopez is. Let me tell you, Giannis. I want you to figure him. We've talked a lot about the modern tight end, the Travis Kelce's, the guys that just are huge and just are always there. I want you. Giannis is going to be like the modern tight end, who's going to be. Brook Lopez is going to be setting picks, down picks, up picks, side picks, moving picks, everything to pick to free up Dame. And you can't guard Giannis in the paint. You can't. If
not with Chris Middleton and Dame.
So you got Dame on the top. You got Middleton on one of the sides, and
Brook out the paint now, if you want to.
This offense is going to be ridiculous. Adrian Griffin, the brand new coach there, has. Man, I would be so excited for the next couple of weeks just to see what we can do with this, because we're going to see he's going to have more just one-on-ones for a split than Giannis has ever had, ever.
Because while you, as a team, when you're facing them with Drew, you're like, I don't mind doubling off Drew. Like, I know Drew can get streaky. I can't leave Dame.
No.
I can't leave Chris Middleton. And in all honesty, I have to respect Brook Lopez. So now the floor is wide open for Giannis, who I want to say he averaged 13 points in the paint last year, which is just stupid.
It's going to go up.
That's probably going to go about to 16, 17 points a game in the paint now with Dame. And then those nights when Giannis don't have it going, he can't make a free throw, and he's in foul trouble because he's got 3 offensive fouls. Now you have Dame to bail you out and not Chris Middleton.
I think that
It's a different ball game.
They look to be the most competitive, if not the best, in the East. And man, the Phoenix, they're not better than Denver. Denver, I still think.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't. Yoke is just that good. But man, oh man, I see 125 points a night on this team. I don't know how you're going to slow this team. Offensively, they're going to be beast mode. A lot of buckets on that court.
Booker Durant ain't better than the Nuggets. You know what? And then, Golden State has Chris Paul now.
I still give Denver the edge just because Yoke's the best player in the world.
He is.
That's the only reason. Phoenix got a lot better. It's hard to say that, and they already had Durant and Booker. Don't forget. So this is a team that really.
And we can't leave out the Lakers. They were in the Western Conference Finals,
but they just got a little further away today. I'm telling you, they woke up this morning. They're about 50 yards behind where they were yesterday.
They kept kid out of Gonzaga. Oh God,
Rui Hachimura.
They kept Reeves. They went and got a couple of off-season signings as well. I like the Lakers too, man. The West is back to being pretty deep. I know you think Sacramento's going to moonwalk, but they were in the playoffs last year. I think Golden State will be better with Chris Paul because now you're not having Steph have to come up and handle the ball and run screen and roll after screen and roll after screen and roll. Now he's going to be just playing off the ball.
Yeah.
But the thing about it with them, their weak link is Clay.
I
think Clay's washed.
I don't think Golden State's going to have the last run that they believe that they're going to get. I don't think they're going to have this swing through party and everybody's going to.
You think they already had it with that fourth one they got?
Yeah, I don't think this season's going to go well. Steve Kerr's, and when we start doing basketball on a regular basis, I really want to look at what Golden State's trying to do this year because it just doesn't work very often. When you got a coach who's a lame duck 1 year left, everybody's like, we're going to give it one last run.
Right.
Everybody's already looking at the door. And as soon as things start getting a little sketch, people are going to start thinking about, I need to get out of here now. I need to get out of here now because things are going to go worse, and I'm going to look worse after the trade deadline than I do now.
What do you think of Dallas with Kyrie and Luka getting to training camp and getting to play together full season? Are they going to be better? I guess that's a no. I would take that laugh, that devilish laugh, as a no. I don't even know how to take that.
I read a quote that Brian Windhorst was talking about Kyrie, and the getaway was, this is just a weird dude, man. They talked about when he won the first title, everybody's celebrating, and he's FaceTiming Kobe on the corner of the locker room. Just,
everything that Kobe told him worked. What the heck is wrong with you?
He's a weird dude, and the more time anybody spends with Kyrie, the less and less they like him. I mean, a year with Kyrie is like 10.
Wow.
Name a place where people liked him for more than about 3 months.
I can't.
He's got an expiration date.
They went and picked up the crazy man, Grant Williams. They got Seth Curry. Tim Hardaway Jr. be back.
When we go off today,
I don't know. I don't know. That roster doesn't scare me.
At 10 o'clock, just after 10, when Greeny gets on, Cuban's going to be in studio with Greeny today. So he'll be talking directly about what this Dallas Mavericks team is going to do and the effects of this trade to the West. We have a better league in front of us today than we did yesterday.
Kyrie is misunderstood.
Yeah. So was Charles Manson. The clock is ticking. When are we going to hear from Embiid saying, "What about me?"
Monday afternoon. He's gonna let people know that, if James don't want to be here, then I don't want him here. Somebody needs to trade him. Tobias Harris, yeah, I appreciate you guarding the best player every night, but you're not going to help me win a title. Love you, Maxey, but you're not ready. Embiid's the next star to ask out. Now, before Embiid, goes a little too crazy, I need Steve Kerr to sign him to Team USA. We need a big.
Well, he's got four different players.
Yeah,
he can play for.
That's what I'm saying. So I need Steve Kerr to, lock that down. I need you to get that locked down. I need him on Team USA. That's just me being selfish. Stars and stripes, baby. But no, Embiid will be asking for a trade on Monday.
It's going to be hilarious to see how
he just right then and there. What happened yesterday? Boom, they dropped to fourth because you got the Bucks, you got the Heat, you got the Celtics, and then maybe Philly. They're fourth,
and could be getting worse. I mean, this could be one of those everybody gone but Joel Embiid in the next 6 weeks.
Agreed.
As things are rounding into the form. And while the West, I think, is more competitive, there are more better teams in the East that are tightly bunched together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's some
for sure.
separation in the West. There's 5 teams in the East, and any one of them could walk out. And all of them really, really good. Coming back in the 9 o'clock. Oh, my goodness. Jerry spoke yesterday about his quarterback in this new offense in the most unvarnished way possible. Let me tell you, what we think of Dak personally and professionally, mostly right. But what the coaches and the GM see in Dak, very different. And you can hear it in Jerry. It's going to be interesting. You're going to like this. Is this vertical offense delayed? Is it due? Is it even part of the scheme? We're talking that. And Zeke's coming home. What's going to be the party? That's all coming up next. You're on R&R, and this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Patriots at 2:30 p.m.
Micah Parsons is on the ball.
And he's still alive.
He's still running. He's still moving with the ball to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Ewald Kubota, Mothers Winotin, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm John Ewald with Ewald Kubota. If you have big dreams or big projects, we hope you'll consider Ewald Kubota. From small Kubota compact tractors to construction equipment, Kubota is a name you can trust. Or if you aren't committed to buying just yet, we have a full line of equipment you can rent by the day, week, or month. We can even deliver it to your work site. Ewald Kubota is committed to providing excellent customer service and satisfaction. So come by one of our 11 locations. We look forward to serving you. Or visit us on the web at ewaldkubota.com.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game in a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
And Twin Peaks is honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every Friday at our Bourbon and Brews party. Get to Twin Peaks Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. Cheers!
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Find the brands, inspiration, and great value you need to own your style at Macy's VIP sale, going on now. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off fall trends and updates. Plus 15% off go-to beauty, skincare, and fragrances. Plus shop specials and find great deals on top brands at Macy's VIP sale. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
With fall appliance savings at the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. They'll fit your space, fit your needs, and they'll fit your budget too. Like a new LG laundry set that features a mega capacity washer to help you do more laundry in less time, and sensor dry technology to make sure nothing comes out damp or over dried. Get up to $600 off select appliances, plus up to an extra $100 off select laundry sets. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid September 28th through October 18th. Gas dryer extra. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Football season is back, and there's no easier way for you to get in on the action than with Underdog Fantasy and their great pick'em game. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. I love playing the pick'em game because you can win real money. It is a fantasy game, but the cash is real, and it's legal in Texas. Pick between 2 and 5 players, whether they are going to go higher or lower on their stats, and you could win up to 20 times your money on a single entry by going 5 for 5. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their pick'em lobby. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code STAR, and your first deposit up to $100 will be doubled. Plus, your special pick in the pick'em lobby. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Go download the app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installations. Visit Airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000399898C.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Aggies. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It's Thursday night football time. Lions and Packers right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30. The Cowboys offensive line was still kind of banged up. Biadasz, Smith, and Martin all worked off to the side with the rehab group yesterday, and the Rangers shut out the Angels 5-0. But manager Bruce Bochy said Max Scherzer could throw in the playoffs, which is great news for your Texas Rangers.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up, wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's R&R. That's Rudy. I'm Rob. We got a lot to talk about today. Dame's on the move. He's landing in Milwaukee. Giannis got his dream player. We'll look at the
and
NBA.
kept his brothers.
Well, for the time being, at least both of them are still around. We'll talk about the NBA, the effect on the trade, what happens next with the Spurs as they're meeting on Monday in that brand new, pretty building.
I'm like, we got the new building. We got new ownership. Not new ownership, but we got new investors.
Owners.
We got
Different owners.
we got new investors. We're playing in Austin. We're playing in Mexico. Yeah, we're still doing business like it's the gosh darn Freeman Coliseum. Like, we had a chance to get Dame Lillard. Like, if we go Hollywood, then let's go Hollywood, Rob.
We did.
No, we didn't.
After the 8-foot-tall Frenchman.
Wemby to Malik Branham. Yeah. Wemby to
I'm
Dame
embarrassed
Lillard. We on Sports Center every night. We beating teams. We're in the playoffs this season. We're a 5th or 6th seed.
And it really didn't cost much.
And it didn't cost much.
It didn't cost
It
all
cost,
that much.
that's what I was asking Jason and Joe yesterday. What's the first round pick in the NBA? Josh Primo? Luka Samanic?
Pretty much. That's about it. It didn't cost much. At the end of the day, you wonder, what the hell was Miami dealing with? What exactly was the offer?
That Portland was asking them for something they knew.
Yeah, what was the offer?
They negotiated in bad faith.
Because it wasn't that much.
I'm hurt, man. I thought we were Hollywood. I thought we were turning over a new leaf. We got, I thought we were like, let's go all the way. Don't just kind of dabble in Hollywood. Jump in the pool.
At least they're staying in their lane. That would be so strange if we did this.
with change comes change is good.
Think about now. Obviously, the Kawhi deal was the biggest deal in Spurs history
For sure.
You can go back to
Sean
Gervin.
Elliott.
Sean, but that was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
The kidney thing.
You go back to Ice and artists. I mean, there've been some big deals in the past, but the deal was done. The table is set. I don't blame them. I agree with you. If there was a different ownership, if San Antonio was another city and they were facing the same situation, I think that Dame would have been a much higher priority.
And this team may be really good, and I'll have to come back and be like, hey, I love what's happening.
But I get the sense that Dame might be trying on a ring or putting on a ring at the end of this year. We're going to get there, talk about that. It is a Thursday night football game. Make sure you're getting your pro football pick'em picks in. Packers in Detroit. We're going to talk about that in about 15 minutes as we see Jordan Love lead a comeback, the likes of which only Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers have been capable of doing there in Green Bay. Is he settled in? Is it work?
Oh, my God. He said Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. You putting Jordan over there already?
It was a 20-point comeback in the fourth quarter?
17 or 18, something like that.
Favre-esque, Rodgers-esque at the very least. We're going to hear from Micah Parsons too. But first and foremost is the general manager and owner of your Dallas Cowboys telling you the truth about his quarterback. Now, we've talked about it over and over ad nauseum. New offense, new line, new ideas, new plans. Complementary football, which limits Dak. He talked about the limitations of Dak set upon him.
The answer is yes. You have limited things that he used to be doing. You have limited that. But on the other hand, we have made what we are doing more doable for him. And so I think that offsets. That throw at the end of the game, that throw's intended for the very back of the end zone, high. It was low and it was in the middle, and of course you saw players all around it. My point is, we have answers. He has answers, and he has capability to make those kinds of plays when it's on the line in the future. So you say, boy, should you be worried about the ability to get it in a situation like that? You always are. Red zone is a challenge. But I think we will execute that play you saw at the end better next time. We've got a chance to. We've got the talent to. We've got the quarterback to. And so I'm not dismayed by that. I'm sorry we didn't do it that time, but I'm not dismayed.
The receiver that you are about to pay $25 million a year can't half-ass run routes and half-ass try to catch passes and then be on the sideline pouting. That can't happen. And I don't think CD's never rubbed me that way. CD, he's never rubbed me that way. I'm going to consider a lot of things that I saw this past Sunday as one-offs, Rob. I'm trying to give them benefit of doubt and remain positive and not be a hater. So I'm going to a lot of what I saw last Sunday, I'm going to say is one-offs. I'm not saying they're never going to lose another game, but some of the effort and some of the mistakes and the discipline and things of that nature, I'm going to count as one-offs.
I think that the reason they lose when they lose won't be because of lack of effort or focus. And I think they lost a lot. A lot of the reason was
we got to ask Coach that was Sunday focus or discipline?
Yeah.
Remember, he tried to tell us last year that there is a difference.
Good point. And I think that's a worthy of discussion. How many? 18?
16.
16 flags?
13 that accepted. So 3 of them got declined, which means it was a much better play.
So when you get into what he said, now I want to imagine you get called in to your boss's office.
Ooh, okay.
You're a long-term employee. You're not worried about getting fired. But you get called into the office after a difficult quarter. Your financials didn't live up to expectations. And you're sitting down in front of your boss, and your boss goes, man, we love you. You ain't going anywhere. I don't want you to worry about getting fired. But after all these years, I've been looking at what you do. That you're doing too much. That we're going to take some stuff off your plate. And we're going to give that to some other people because we want you to focus on what's really important. And you go, okay, you know, I hear that. Maybe I'll get out of here at 5:30 instead of 7:30. I've been staying here all night getting my work done. You're going to take some of that work off my plate. As an employee, I thank you. Thank you. I don't have to do as much. And oh, by the way, those things that you're still going to do, we're going to limit your options there. Instead of having 5 things that are involved with these 3 things that you do, we're going to leave these 3 things that you do, and you're only going to do those 3 things. We're not going to ask you, nay, we're not going to tell you, we're not even going to put you in a position to do some of those other things. And those things that are going to get done, we're going to go pay somebody else to do it. How would you walk out of that office? Would you feel proud and motivated and self-actualized, like, man, my boss loves me, he gave me less work? Or would you walk out going, oh, crap?
Probably a little bit of both. Probably a little oh crap, but more oh crap, especially when I'm talking about Dak, especially because you went and traded for Trey Lance after you told me that you were going to dial back what I do. And you're feeling it. Like you feel the non-trust from your play calling head coach. You feel it. Like in your brain, you're going through a game and you're like, dude, we haven't took another shot. He only let me take 1 shot downfield. Damn, we're running the ball again on first. Damn, we're running the ball again on second. Oh, he really not rocking with me. He's really not rocking with me. And then you got to hear your owner / GM on Wednesday morning say, yeah, we limited him. We're limiting him. And yeah, that throw to the back of the end, which I can appreciate because I said it was a little too friendly. So I was happy to see some real criticism, some real constructive criticism from somebody. It's supposed to be high into the back. He threw it low into the middle around a bunch of people.
Well, that'll be better.
I can appreciate that, Jerry. I appreciate that. It's been too friendly this week.
And I want to play the sound of Jerry talking about the vertical threat that's part of this offense, and Brandon Cooks coming in. And where's that been?
Well, it's not. I'd say it's not. It's fair. On the other hand, do we need to take advantage of Cook's speed vertically? Do we need to take advantage of Gallup's skills vertically, his ability to go up for the ball vertically? The answer is yes, and it's there. We can. The players can execute it. We know it's there. We'll have many situations where we'll take the time to do that, but the vertical game is alive and well with us.
Well, not really.
Make no mistake about it. We've got in between the vertical game and the running game, you've got quite a few things we're doing different out there.
Okay, that's Jerry talking about the vertical game, Brandon Cooks, yada, yada. We know that.
It has only been one game where they really could. The Jets, there was no need. Giants, there was no need, right? So I won't kill them for that.
Is it? So we the question about the deep threat and the idea of throwing it, getting away from Kellen Moore, we get it. I mean, we don't want to chunk it deep all the time just because we think we want, a chunk play. But at the same time, what did we hear post game? We heard it from Dak immediately after the game, and then we heard it from Shoddy on Tuesday. And it wasn't about deep ball presence. It was, man, you should have run. You needed to move your feet and get the hell out of there.
I heard RG3 say the same.
Like, you need to start getting on the horse and going downfield and forget about the ankle and forget about all that. This offense, if we're going to do this offense the way it really, truly works, the way we see it function in Philadelphia, the quarterback's got to be kind of a threat. Now, we're not going to run Dak on our RPOs or anything like that. But when we get into the passing game, the difference between the most successful passing teams now and those that are just average is that quarterback remains a threat to run, that you have to spy him. And if you don't, you're going to give up a first down.
Now, if we're expecting, I want to temper expectations. They're playing the Patriots. And the Patriots have played the Dolphins, and the Patriots have played the Eagles. Those are 2 of their 3 games. And they're only giving up 177 yards passing per game. Oh. The Eagles have put up over 400 yards total offense twice. And look, we don't even got to talk about the Dolphins, do we? And they're only giving up 177 yards in the air per game. And you got the Eagles and Dolphins on your schedule. So while I think the Cowboys win this game, if you're looking for the Dak explosion game, I don't think it's going to be this week. I'm just looking at the black and white. Anything can happen. As we saw this past Sunday with the Cowboys in Arizona, but they've been pretty good against the pass.
I think that's a valid point. Don't expect an offensive explosion on this.
But I think they win. I do think they win the game, though. I do. I'm sticking to that. They're giving up about 20 points a game. So
now to win the game, the obvious answer is you're going to have to improve your red zone offense. I don't know how, if it's running on first down, passing on first down, better decisions, more activity, more hustle, more focus, whatever the thing is. You're getting there plenty of times. You're just going to have to capitalize. And one of the reasons that they haven't been is obvious. They don't have a battering ram like Zeke, like they did last year. Yeah. And Jerry's the general manager. He knows full well they don't got Zeke.
Well, Zeke's unique physicalness is always nice to have. Nice to have. Be tried about it. It is very good to have. We think of physical on short yardage and probably should. But I do not think that physicalness from the running back is contributing to us not getting in the end zone.
Jerry
is not.
Whoa, don't cut off Jerry. Don't cut off Jerry. Don't do that.
Yeah. I thought Dowdle looked like a bannergram to me. They tried to use him that way. Was it not successful?
I don't see him at that, but I don't see him. He did score the lone red zone touchdown. It was him.
And between the tackles downhill, he had a nice little 12-yard
like a
chunk.
Catch, a little screen, and he scored.
Well, there's no fix coming. This running game is what it is.
I like the running game.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to change is you have a better offensive lineman, primarily Zach Martin, kind of clearing some holes that obviously was a problem because they ran over Zach the week before in the red zone. They used that guy, and they didn't have him, so I think that affected their red zone effectiveness. But generally,
well, look, I guess we'll have a closer look at what they're trying to do once they get the offensive linemen all back. Because as long as Biotish and Tyron and Zach are out, he can keep telling us and he can keep it conservative and keep saying it's because of the offensive line. When the full offensive line gets back and they have a formidable opponent, we'll see if he actually gets aggressive. I don't expect to see him get aggressive if all three guys are on the sideline again, as far as Tyron Smith and Biotish and Martin. If those guys can't go, he's not going to all of a sudden go aggressive by going off what he said Monday.
The practice report from yesterday. Now, keep in mind, there's definites. There's the way that they have to offer it for everybody to read. And when you see Tyler Biotish hamstring did not practice, he was out there. He was just working with other guys.
Right. They're on the side, on the rehab group. Like, hey, y'all go over there. Y'all can't go full
speed.
So
that's
Get out
far
the way.
better than not seeing him at all, not leaving the room.
True.
Chuma Doga did work out. He's dealing with that elbow, but it was limited. And then Tyron, and Zach were also out there
on the side,
still considered DNPs because they didn't stand with the team. So It's not all is lost, but they're going to need that running game. Belichick's coming in here. This is going to be a war of attrition. Winner of this football game scores 24 points.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it getting any better than that.
Probably an under game.
So you get the sense that offensive line is definitely going to be a definite need. We've got Packers in Detroit tonight. Let's look at the game we've got, where your picks should go at BetUS.com and on that Pro Football Pick'em contest. Let's look forward to what will be one of the better early games of the season. It could decide this division, this game tonight.
It's a little early, but yeah,
I'm telling you,
it has that feel.
We only see each other one more time. We're talking Packers and Detroit coming up next. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, presents
94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, Monday, October 2nd at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now for $120 per person or $400 per foursome. Plus, a hole-in-one shot for your chance at $50,000 or a $1,000 gift card. 94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, benefiting the Lupus Foundation of America, Lone Star Chapter. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks, Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, and Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-627-3604. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-627-3604. That's 800-627-3604. What do you have to lose? Call 800-627-3604. Again, 800-627-3604.
It's Raymond in Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown. BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hey guys, do you know what makes Revive Men's Health San Antonio different? You. Every Revive treatment and medication is personalized just for you. Revive has the experts that guys go to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their daily performance. Since 2011, they've helped thousands of local men suffering with the symptoms of low T and ED. Their goal is simple: to get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. Your best performance requires more than generic ED medications or a low-dose testosterone booster at a low-ball price like you find online. Revive medications are custom compounded, affordable, and guaranteed to resolve your issues. Stop dealing with the symptoms of low T or ED. Book your free T-check and exam and save $199 today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit us at revivemenshealth.com.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you to the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back to R&R. It is a football Thursday, small Friday.
This prime.
It is a prime
Thursdays
game.
are prime, right? Thursdays we give more money to Jeff Bezos.
We get the opportunity to stare into those into that giant Fitz magic beard and that chest hair that just kind of comes at you.
Now Richard Sherman's on with Skip, but he's still doing his prime Thursday.
Yeah, he's still doing that. I generally I like the prime broadcast. They've grown into it. It is one that this is their second year. They're still kind of figuring it out, but I like the crew.
I do too.
I mean, it feels kind of.
I just feel weird just giving Bezos more money. I mean, my partner right here sitting across from me just sits here and orders stuff all day. Like, I need some socks.
Order now. Boom.
Yeah. It's always something. I watch you pay his whole salary.
Least he can do is entertain me.
Right.
Least he can do is put together a product. And I'll tell you what, this is one of those games that, it's old bad blood. I mean, this is central.
Well,
This,
Detroit's Detroit's everyone's darling. We all like them.
And now they're getting into those,
but they're not sneaking up on anyone.
There's expectations now. We expect them to be at the very least competitive in every game. And as this defense continues to improve, this might be a better team than even they thought they were going to have.
2-1, both teams 2-1 is what look, Minnesota and Chicago aren't winning the North. That's why this game is so important.
It matters. And if it comes down to a tiebreaker, and these teams look pretty equal for different reasons, they could both be 10-7. And which I guess that's where both of them will land.
Right now, just today, going into week 4, do you have the Cowboys as better teams than both of them?
Yes. They're just more talented.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not better.
Sure?
I will say they are more talented, and if both are playing at their max potential, the Cowboys win. But I saw a Cowboys team show up undisciplined, unfocused, and lost to a lesser team last week. But
do you think the Cowboys are better than Seattle?
Now yes.
You do?
I do.
Not by much, but you do.
I do. Again, it goes to more talent now, and there are certain positions that they're better. The Seattle certainly is better, and I would put the Cowboys are better. I was going to say the separator.
No, I feel you.
As long as the Cowboys' offensive line is still kind of dinged up, they're closer to the Seattle than I think they're comfortable with. But they're better. They're in the NFC. The Cowboys ain't worried about Green Bay, and they ain't worried about Detroit
or Seattle.
I'm not going to go there yet. There's something about Pete Carroll in Seattle. It's a lot like Arizona. We have not figured them out. We have not.
Well, we did. I mean, the Cowboys did beat them in the playoffs. What, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? About 3-4 years ago. I can't remember. Yeah.
But there's something about when I see Seattle coming, just like whenever I see San Francisco coming, I'm worried. There's just something about those teams that just know how to beat the Cowboys. Yeah. Green Bay.
I think Green Bay tonight, if Aaron Jones can go, they win. If Aaron Jones doesn't play, they're not beating Detroit. I think he's the linchpin to everything LaFleur wants to do, whether they said there's so many Aaron Jones plays on LaFleur's call sheet. And when he's not there, it's just like A.J. Dillon ain't it. So if Aaron Jones plays, then I think Green Bay wins. If not, then I think Detroit moves on to 3-1.
Of all the young quarterbacks, I think Jordan Love has not gotten nearly the respect he's deserved.
Dude, I think he's playing really well for a guy that's just now, able to get his feet wet. But he hasn't been as good as I thought. But that has to do with 2 weeks without his best player. No receivers.
They came from behind against a top 3 NFC defense last week.
Yes, for sure. New Orleans defense is top 3 in the NFC.
I'm not going to let that just slip by. That was a game that anybody who watched for 3 quarters.
I thought it was over. I checked out of that game. We don't need Red Zone wasn't even going to it that much.
They left it. They did. And let me tell you, that means so much. It means so much inside the locker room because that was, and it's not the fairest thing to say that it was Rodgers-esque, but damn it was Rodgers-esque. They were down 18 in the 4th.
All right. I'm going to let you have that.
I like
I'm gonna let
this
you have
move.
that.
I like of all the young quarterbacks out there, low key success without all the stuff that Jordan Love is. I like
Well,
Green Bay, and I like him tonight.
The other youngster that's getting a lot of love, and he's younger than Jordan. CJ's getting a lot of love, man.
He's picking up blitzes that 5-year vets don't see.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of love, Robin. Look, do it against the Steelers.
Yeah, settle down.
Do it against the Steelers this week. You hear that, Pledge? All your little stats you throwing out about CJ Stroud, do it against TJ Watt.
And let's continue this arc. And for everybody who's worried about Bryce playing in Carolina and Richardson playing in Indianapolis, look at Jordan Love. Don't rush these guys back. You ain't in any rush. You got years to percolate this. You think Carolina's 2 years away from a Super Bowl? No. I know, Bryce, you need them to sell some tickets. But if they don't play, it ain't the end of the world. If they sit down a couple of weeks and just get to watch and digest, it ain't the end of the world, because I don't think Jordan Love could have did what he did Sunday on 2 years ago. No. It's the natural progression, and a lot of that is a lot of schoolwork, a lot of non-play time.
But he also benefited from the fact that it's not a lot of quarterbacks that get to the benefit of having the same coordinator for 4 years.
Absolutely.
That's a huge benefit. I mean, when we give Baker Mayfield a whole lot of crap, but he had to learn a new offense every single year while he was in Cleveland.
Did. It's unfortunate.
It's not easy.
And this will play into the narrative of the quarterback draft next year.
Right.
But we have seen, at the very least, for those teams that choose to be patient, that choose to draft a quarterback ahead of the time when they actually need him and put him on the bench, it does still work. There's a reason why that's the only thing that ever happened for 40 years in the NFL, because age and wisdom will always out-trump youthful exuberance. Always, always, always. Hey, coming back, what else will always happen is NBA players get what they want. It might not always be everything, but if you want to get traded, you'll get traded. Dame got what he wants. He's just going to have to buy a coat instead of a bathing suit. We'll talk about Milwaukee and the pairing of the superstars coming up next. The NBA is different, and it's better. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Where can you yell for? Where can you yell shots for everybody? Where can you yell that was a hold? I got the one-stop shop for you. It is the Golf Club of Texas. Yes, not a country club. Definitely a country club feel. Best sit-down restaurant on that side of town. Come the fall, the 10-cup bar. Oh, my gosh. The views that you see from the 10-cup bar, couple that with the weather, couple that with the TVs, couple that with the lit driving range, a lit putting green, great golf, great fairways, great greens. You get the Golf Club of Texas and the best rates for some golf. You want to play a little bit of golf before your favorite team gets out there and plays football this Saturday or Sunday, because it is the headquarters for Texas football on college and NFL days. It's the Golf Club of Texas.com. Those are where you're going to find the best rates. And do like I did. Schedule your round to end right when your favorite team's going to play. And you got your food, you got your football, and you got your golf. Where else can you do that? That's the only place you could do it. That's right, the Golf Club of Texas. Slide by the 10-cup bar, play some golf, then go have you some nice pulled pork nachos, some wings, a burger, whatever it is. It's the Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Imagine getting an impressive cash offer on your home and then selling it for more. Yeah, that happens all the time with Orchard. Getting paid more than you thought is Orchard's goal, even in this market. It's simple. Orchard sells homes faster and for more money, with the majority of homes selling in under 30 days. That's right, under 30 days. And Orchard handles everything, including paint, repair, list, and showing your home. And they'll make your listing stand out with price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost to you. And here's my favorite part. You just relax as Orchard and their expert agents do all the work, bringing buyers to you by prepping and promoting your home. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Let Orchard help maximize your sale price. Look, with so many companies trying to lowball you, Orchard works hard to get you top dollar. Want to sell your home for more? I sure would. Learn how to maximize your sale price and get a free valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Attorney Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's San Antonio area attorneys. Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Now at Staples, the prices of HP printers are dropping. Save on HP Smart Tank and enjoy even more savings on ink. Save on the HP Inkjet, perfect for high-quality pics. Save on HP laser printers, great for tackling high-volume document printing. Now through September 30th, save on Staples' entire selection of HP printers, some as low as $69.99. With HP printer price drops at Staples, now is the time to upgrade to HP, America's most trusted printer brand. See staples.com/HP for details.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. We're going to have to play some of this.
I already sent it to play.
Magic.
Buddy sent it to me. My cigar buddy sent it to me. I sent it to Pledge. Magic has responded to Steph Curry saying he's the greatest point guard of all time, and Magic wasn't with the nonsense
at
all.
So was it Zach Lowe that asked him for the?
I think that was Zach.
On the Lowdown podcast, I assume.
Yeah, it was Zach.
You know, you see Magic doing he's doing like Medicaid commercials, and he's a rookie in the AARP world, but you think he would go gracefully into the sunset with the young fellas.
Magic wasn't with it.
No, we'll
Magic
have none of
wasn't with
that. I appreciate that on the heels of Dame heading to Milwaukee. Let's look specifically at Milwaukee. And what's the negative to losing a guy like Drew Holiday?
The negative, the defense. It's the defense. Look, I love Dame. Okay, I love Dame. He can't stop a nosebleed.
It's true.
He can't stop a nosebleed with a box of tissue. You hear me? He cannot. Dame does not play defense. So, but that's why you got Brooke Lopez and the Greek Freak to protect you.
The new head coach, Adrian Griffin. I don't know what he hangs his hat on. I don't know
He
if
looks
he's
like a defense guy.
You would assume that
He dresses like a defensive coach.
But Bud, I don't think was quite the defensive guy that Pop was. I don't think he brought that defensive mentality to Milwaukee. I think he has other skills and has other points of pressure that he likes to apply. But I do agree with you that while this offense looks like it's going to be volatile at best, I mean at worst, and pretty smooth for most of the time, they're going to lose. They've lost some defense ability because not only did they lose Drew Holiday, now Grayson Allen ain't a great individual defender. He's adequate, but he's a really good team defender.
And he's a pest.
Yes.
He's a pest. But if you're the Milwaukee front office, you're like, okay, yeah, we're losing Drew, and he's a great defender, but what did Drew's great defense bring us last year? Miami kicked our asses.
True.
Miami punched us in the mouth. Like it wasn't even close. Like Miami did them dirty. So why wouldn't I roll the dice and try something different?
When you look at that series, and I would have to go back and really kind of look. Do you remember them being out offensed? That they just didn't have the buckets. I think that I remember that during the regular season.
I don't know if that was a Bud thing because Bud just didn't have any adjustments.
There's that.
They just kept coming down and doing the same things over and over, and it was easy for Spo to turn Bud inside out.
Now, if you guys joined us earlier, you know what Rudy said. If you didn't, I want you to go to sasportstar.com. The audio vault brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds regarding this change with Drew Holiday. This allows Chris Middleton to land in the position that made him the money. He got paid
third option, man,
because he hit uncontested threes all freaking night long with no pressure. There were other guys that they were worried about. Now Middleton can settle into the position where you're not relied upon most nights. You will be relied upon, but most of the time, we just need you to contribute.
He's going to have a great year. He's just sitting over there, when they load manage Giannis, they low manage Dame because Dame is over 30 now, or he's gonna go off, or it's gonna be those games where it's just like, damn, the game is gonna be so much easier for him.
And Middleton's already great because he went to A&M, so
then there's that.
We actually have a pro player.
Howdy.
There is that improvement, and I do think that put them 1A, maybe 2 with Boston. We'll just wait and see how this whole thing with Boston, they don't have Marcus Smart anymore. There's been some changes there. They're not going to be the same team.
Yeah, Porzingis, Rob.
And
they're going to the final.
Well, when you get rid of Smart, you went more offensive and less defensive too.
Oh, yeah. They lost defense for sure.
So the minus Drew with Milwaukee and minus Marcus Smart with Boston, that's minus 10 points of defense for both teams a game. So both of them are going to score a little bit more and have a little bit more difficulty stopping. But I do think it's 1 and 1A. Phoenix, who seemed like a bit player in this whole thing, that they just kind of showed up and we're going to provide the pieces and parts to give them their own, salary cap help.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what they put together is pretty impressive. This is a good haul for a DeAndre Ayton who wanted the hell out of there anyway.
I like that team. They're still lacking depth. So, Bill, Booker, Durant,
they're never going to have depth.
Yeah, they're not. It's just too much payroll to have depth. So those guys are going to really have to play well, and you can't get hit by the injury bug.
Yusuf Nurkic. Well, the problem is they brought in a couple of dudes that spent a lot of time hurt, and Nurkic. an offensive bucket, a fouling beast. He's going to give you 6 fouls a night, but he's going to give you 18 if you let him. Grayson Allen, we already talked about him. Nasir Little is a lot of potential, but can't stay healthy either. So they did bring in some dudes that haven't been able to log a bunch of minutes, but they helped themselves too. This was a solid acquisition for a Suns team that was really kind of backed into a corner.
I like what the Suns did a lot, especially with Grayson Allen being out there, because the thing you need when you got players that they have, you got to have guys that can spot up and knock down shots, and that's what Grayson Allen brings to that team.
They have it when they want to go small ball, when they want to go little and just hit buckets and use Durant as your de facto 5, even though he's not. Think of the dudes they can run out there when you include a Grayson Allen and you talk about Booker and we don't even need to go further than Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. Oh my God, that's 140 points on the court.
Now, what I say out there, speaking of Magic, Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent, Cam Reddish, Austin Reeves, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, Hachimura. And I don't even have to bring up LeBron Anthony Davis. I like this Laker team, and I don't want to see him thrive.
I think you're a little higher on them than I am. The only reason I think Austin Reeves represents the next, and I think Rui Hachimura represents the next. And
I love what Gabe Vincent brought from Miami. I love Christian Wood. I think he got lost in the sauce in Dallas.
The thing about Christian Wood is there's something about him nobody likes.
I like Jackson Hayes.
Jackson can jump out of the gym. They're good.
It's a good team, man.
And they could be great.
I hear a but.
But no, if you get Anthony Davis playing the way Anthony Davis can for 50 games, they could be great. But you're not going to get Anthony Davis for 50 games. You just hope he get that quality games in May. Then yeah, I'll agree with you.
Okay.
But if it's just LeBron and those guys, you know what I'm talking about? The guys that you just listed?
Oh, yeah. And
not
Anthony
Anthony
don't come
Davis?
to the party?
No.
Right.
But we saw what he's capable of.
I don't know what Cam Reddish is. I was high on him, and then he just kind of
all that they need to do with Cam Reddish is just follow LeBron around. Just follow him around. Do everything wear that what would Jesus do, WWJD, WWLD.
Yeah.
What would LeBron do? And because Cam's got the body and the mentality to play like LeBron, to be the 6'10" point guard. He wants to be that guy. And if that's his skill set and you want him to grow, that's what I would do. So rank your West. Who's the best team in the West?
I'm still going Denver.
Denver? I don't disagree.
Phoenix.
All right. I'm with you.
The Lakers.
So Lakers third. Now, so far, you've named 3 teams that I will say have a chance to win a title. Those 3 teams do.
Golden State.
Does Golden State have a chance to win a title? Or are they a distant fourth?
I don't think they have enough depth.
I agree.
I don't think they have enough depth.
The West has 3 teams that really, I think today.
I don't think Dallas can win a title.
No, I don't
think Sacramento can win a title.
No.
OKC can't. Now, I think OKC will be in my top 7.
Really? You think they're going to be that much better?
If Chet stays healthy with Chet and Giddey and Shea, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely they can. So,
but as we sit today, the season beginning a week from yesterday with the first preseason game, I think the West goes, we got 3 teams that can compete with anybody in the West if all things stay equal. If everybody's healthy and we're there where we need to be.
And we're writing off the Clippers, right?
I don't know. They're both healthy.
Westbrook,
the
Kawhi,
Limpin twins are showing up to camp as healthy as they've been.
What did you call
the Limpin twins?
And what if Zion comes to the party? No. Pelicans, I don't know. What are we doing with them?
I'll say this: if Zion, I'm not even gonna go. No.
Okay.
It ain't gonna happen. You can. I'm getting too much of the.
Me too.
The off-season.
We're asking ifs the size of Texas.
And I'm getting the Ben Simmons vibe from Zion. You know, you know what?
You don't believe it until it's done.
In the offseason, you keep seeing Ben Simmons hit threes, and then he shows up like, that's not Ben. I keep hearing that Zion's lost weight and a beast. We'll wait and see if he is, maybe. But I think 3 in the East, 3 in the West, and in the East.
And what are we doing when Ja gets back off suspension? What are we doing with Memphis when Ja's back?
You know what?
Did we forget about
them?
Did.
We did. We forgot about Memphis. And didn't they just add Marcus Smart too?
They did. Now they did lose Dylan Brooks.
By the way, Dylan Brooks got Defensive Player of the Tournament for FIBA. Did you see
With
that?
Canada?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I know he got kicked out of a game.
Maybe that's why. I think we discounted Memphis. You're right. I put them 3B. I think they could.
Because they win games without Ja.
And I'll tell you what.
Did he get 25? At 25 games?
If Ja uses this time the way that Memphis and the NBA hopes to refocus and reevaluate who he is in the world inside of his own skin as part of the Grizzly team, the Memphis environment, and the entire NBA, if he decides, look, man, I'm going to become Kobe on this, look out. If he decides winning is the only thing, look out. I don't know if that'll happen, but no one will be in a better situation to show up with rested legs mid-season and take a team like Jordan did after the 60-game miss and just put on them back and play 35 consecutive straight games without any load management because, heck, you're rested. You took a year off. Who in the East?
Ooh, I just had this up. Let me get back to it. Go ahead. The East, you got to go with obvious.
The top two, Memphis and Boston. I mean,
Milwaukee,
Boston.
Third, I'm going to say the Heat.
Still got to be
Still got to be the Heat.
Now, here's where we start. Here's where it starts.
This is where it gets interesting. Are we going with Philly? We going with the Cavs?
No and no.
Because last year the Cavs were the 4th seed, the Knicks were the 5th seed.
I can't figure out the Cavs and whether they can figure out the guys that all need to be on the court at the same time. I don't know. Donovan and who? Donovan and what?
Yeah. I'm just going to leave it at Milwaukee, Boston, and Miami.
So 3 and 3?
They got 3.
So we're coming in while parity seems to be, I mean, there's very few terrible teams.
Yeah.
But parity is, it's not there. There's still only 6 teams. There was 6 teams last year.
No, it's not there yet.
Okay.
It's not there yet. I'm going 3. I'm going 3, depending on if Maury's not done and they can shake and bake and do something, maybe bring in Drew alongside of Maxey and Embiid. We'll revisit it, but I'm still just going Bucks, Celtics, Heat.
Of all the teams that we just talked about, those 6 contenders plus the other 2, which one is the most likely to collapse? Which is the one that could be the most disappointing because of personality, roster makeup?
Miami lost some starters. I'll go with the Heat. Lost some starters. And on the Phoenix side, on the West side, I might go Phoenix because, 1, we got to see how this is going to work. And 2, Booker's never healthy. KD's been a little bit shaky. And I don't know if Bill is going to be able to take the Chris Bosh role sitting down.
Well said, man. As good as I think Phoenix can be offensively, and as if they all decide to play nice with each other.
Yeah, but it comes down to they got to go to dinner and say, all right, man, y'all want to draw straws for Chris Bosh role.
Yep. And just accept the fact that it ain't always coming your way, but the W's will. And I don't know. Bradley Beal's been sitting on suck teams for a decade.
It should be him, right?
But if I'm Beal, I got the hell out of there to finally do something. Give me the damn ball. Book, it's failed with you. Why don't you sit and wait for a day or two?
Book has had his shot.
You've had your shot, and evidently you needed me. Let me be me. If I'm Beal.
It might be Booker just off the fact that he lost Kendall Jenner to Bad Bunny.
That's enough.
Now, Bad Bunny's a star.
Hey, we are excited to see everybody come and see the Blitz tonight. They're going to be out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the Rector locale. Look, this is your last chance. If, your bank account's a little empty, nothing in your wallet, you still want to play with us on Monday, own your Golden Tee game and see us tonight at 6. The tournament goes off right then, and the winner's walking away with a foursome to go play with us on Monday. We got WWE SmackDown tickets as well. We're showing up with our swag, and hey, it's Slackers. Go there tomorrow. Joe Ryan Eagle's going to be out at Round Table Pizza over on 410, and the specials are wonderful looking.
What we got?
I saw
yesterday. They had 2 pepperoni piled up on pizza. Really
reading this thing, it made me hungry looking at it. Now it's over on 410. I'm not good with the actual directions. Let me find the actual locale so everybody knows where they're going. But all kinds of specials all night long. They do have a bar. They do have beer. Make sure you're going to see Joe tomorrow as Slackers rounds us into the weekend. Hey, man, this has been a fun day. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Hang with us all day long. Greeny's coming. He's going to have Cuban. The Blitz gets going at 2. And Rudy and I got some work to do. We will see you tomorrow.